Hey, this is Tyray, and you're listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays.
Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays. We're here with JLP, Gina, and Shabooty. And then as far as our live listeners, they're gonna come pouring in. But we have Colleen, Iggy, and Lana. What's cracking?
What's up, everybody?
Not
Sophia.
much, not spawn.
So
True.
finally,
So
finally got all this snow out the way out here.
yeah, finally. Man, I was in New York when the blizzard hit.
I know. I was gonna ask you about that. How'd
It
you
was
make
crazy.
out?
I don't even know where to start. Should I start with like the Saturday before the blizzard?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
start
Yeah,
there.
sure. Let's start where it gets it interest like semi-interesting, and then put the cherry on the top.
True, and I'll try to tie it into like 90 Day Fiance because all right, and if I start rambling or if I'm not getting to the point, feel free to interrupt me or ask me questions. So anyway, like yeah, I was in New York this past like week, and then I was hoping to meet up with Gino, and the only day for an opportunity to meet up with Gino was Saturday, and he was staying in like Brooklyn, and the main like the one of the main things of my trip was to go to like a Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, which as you know is like in Manhattan or whatever. So anyway, I pretty much had to stay in Manhattan versus going to like Brooklyn to see Gino because it would be kind of ridiculous to go all the way to Brooklyn, see Gino for like an hour, and then have to come all the way back to Manhattan for the basketball game.
I
So,
mean, that's just a subway ride, to be
well,
honest.
for you, but I'm more comfortable in an Uber.
Oh, you know, that changes the whole story.
hmm
Uber from Manhattan to Brooklyn, depending on the time,
hmm
it's ridiculous. The prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, it would have probably been like 60, 70 bucks or
Yeah,
something at least.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I didn't get a chance to see Gino, but I stayed put in Manhattan because I was going to the basketball game. So I didn't end up seeing Gino, but in the conversations with Gino, he told me that like Tyray was in town and I didn't even realize that he was in town. So then when I realized, yeah, I'm probably not going to meet up with Gino, but then I realized like Tyray's in town, I started hitting him up and he was in like Times Square. So basically, I told him like, yeah, I'm going to the basketball game, and then after the basketball game, like, let me know what's good. Like, let's meet up after the basketball game. So, but anyway, like, let's for the basketball game. I will say it was the first time I went to like a Madison Square Garden. It was my first like Knicks game in person. And I had JLP. Have you ever been to like a Knicks game?
I don't do basketball, but I've been to the garden for other stuff
hmm
like the circus, the ice capades, things like
hmm
that, but never for a sporting event.
Okay, yeah. True. Well, it was a great game. Like the game, literally, not to like bore you with sports talk because I know you're here for 90 Day Fiance,
No, no, I've
but
I've gone to the Sixers here in Pennsylvania. I've gone to see
mhm.
that.
Okay. But yeah, like the game went down to like the wire, like the last possession of the game went down to like the last minute, last possession of the game. It was Knicks versus the Rockets, which is like Kevin Durant's team. And anyway, the Knicks won basically in the last possession of the game, the Knicks won like all the way at the end. So it was like an amazing game to watch live. I
Yeah.
recommend it for anyone. So anyway, that was that Knicks thing. So then after the Knicks was out, then I was like, oh, let me hit up with Tyray, hit up Tyray and get up with him. But then by the time like the Knicks went out, I mean the game was over by like 11 p.m. or something, and then Tyray was in Times Square. So anyway, the beauty of Manhattan, as you know, is like pretty much everything's kind of walkable depending on where you're
Hmm.
staying. So like I went back to where I was staying, kind of just like recharged and picked up, grabbed some things. And then Tyray was in Times Square. So he told me where he was. And then I basically just like I headed up north from like wherever, like I was near like Empire State Building. And then I walked up toward to Times Square. And anyway, so this is the day before the blizzard, so it hasn't snowed yet. So then I went anyway. Long story long, I went all the way up to Times Square, and then I called up Tyray, and he was staying at this like it must be I don't know if it was like a fancy hotel, but like after like 10 or 11 p.m., like the hotel is almost like on lockdown. Like you can't even like walk inside the building. Like you have to wait outside, and somebody has to come outside and meet you. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
so
guess it's for security reasons.
yeah,
Manhattan is not that safe, especially for tourists and stuff. So they try to keep those hotels pretty secure. People just walking, random people walking in, and things like that.
Yeah, well, this one though was like I've never seen it like this level of security, so I don't know if like important people stay there.
Celebrities, celebrities stay
Those
there.
celebrities like Tyray. Um,
You know.
but like anyway, so I called him up and he had to come down, and then eventually the guy at the front, he's like, "Did you talk to your friend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "My friend's coming down." He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you stand indoors in the front in the lobby though, but you still can't go up." So then anyway, eventually Tyray came.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. And eventually Tyray comes downstairs, and then anyway, I mean, it was the first time I met him in person, and then he said anyway, he was hanging out with some friends like in their room in the building in the hotel. So we like went up the elevator and we went up another elevator. Had to go like two different elevators because it's like you got to get swiped. You go to one elevator to go to one
Is he
section.
in protective custody?
I don't know, but then we had to get like swiped into another bank of elevators to go up further. Like I'm telling you, I've never experienced that level of security. So like we got swiped in.
Nah, there's some covert CIA shit going on with Tyray.
I don't know, but
Maybe that's why he's changing his appearance so drastically. He's gonna go deep cover.
hmm so like yeah, so anyway, like we went up another bank of like elevators, and then we met up, and then there, so his friends were like in a hotel room, so we all went inside the hotel. Well, they were already there, and I met up with them, and then so it was like me, Tyray, and then like three or four other people, and I think they were like 90 Day Fiance fans because they started like that was a common topic of discussion. But anyway, it was like this Asian chick. Her name was like, ironically, her name was Liz. So I have a new friend named Liz. So you lose a Liz and you gain a Liz. So
Mm.
so anyway, I became friends with this chick named Liz. But then like I don't know if they're married or not, but her boyfriend, it was like his birthday, so she was the one that was like, rolling out the red
What was
carpet.
Tyray doing in New York anyway?
So I'll explain it. So the Liz chick, she was rolling out the red car. She's very like, how do I explain it? She has money or whatever. So she was rolling out the red carpet for like, for the boyfriend's birthday. So
Oh.
like they're like 90 Day Fiance super fans and shit. And like they had bought like a cameo in the past. So apparently they flew out Tyray for the boyfriend's birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, hold on a second. I got questions. So,
Okay.
well, maybe not so much as a George asked questions, but did you ask the super fans if they listen to the podcast?
I think I mentioned I had a package, but I don't think they listened to it. But then I sent them the link after the fact, like after we hung out,
Okay.
for them to listen to it.
Yeah, tell
So
them to like, listen
mhm.
and maybe like hook it up so then instead of flying Tyray to New York, they'll fly us to New York,
No,
right?
we got to get them to be we got to get them to be super fans, and they could be our benefactors and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So did
But
you
yeah,
like the snow?
huh?
Did you like the snow?
Yeah, I'll get to the snow in a second, but let's get back to like, so anyway, like
Oh.
I go up to the hotel room and it's like, so it was the dude's birthday. So people are just like chilling in there, like drinking liquor and shit. And then I poured myself, they had some kind of like peanut butter liquor. I don't know,
Oh.
peanut butter flavored liquor. Um,
What?
yeah, it was all fancy. And then anyway, we were just chilling there hanging out. But at this point, it's probably like 12 or 1 or something, 1 a.m. And anyway, we're just chilling there. And eventually at some point, like after 12 or 1, the people that are hosting their little get together, they eventually like were calling it a night. But then like Tyray and I, we didn't want to finish the night so abruptly because I barely really got to hang out. And then we went to like a bar. We left the hotel and then we were just trying to find a bar to hang out at. So then we found this like Irish bar, and you just got like a drink at this Irish bar, and we were chilling there, and we were kind of like at the end of our time at the Irish bar, and then this lady that was like next to us the whole time, she like turns around, she's like, "Oh, are you from like 90 Day Fiance?" To Tyray, she says, "Are you from like 90 Day Fiance?" And she was all like, I don't know, I think she's a tourist, so she recognized
Oh
Tyray.
wow! Look at that.
Yeah, I posted the picture on my Instagram, but anyway, like she
That's
saw
nice.
him. I could also post another photo that I had not posted like publicly. I could post it in our Patreon of like the fan and Tyray. So anyway, she got all excited and hopped up. So then she started taking photos with him, and then she got like I guess her husband to like take a photo with Tyray, and then the other people that were with them took their photos. So it was all like a big. They got all excited to see Tyray.
Harry must have felt like a celebrity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
And
unlike George, where you get ditched when you hang out with
yeah, I was
Shabooty.
gonna ask you about
Right?
that. So at least you didn't, go.
Yeah,
I think that there would have been more people in your group, you probably would have pulled that off because
mhm,
that's what happened because George was
with Angela.
With
Mhm.
Yeah.
Angela, and got sidetracked and forgot about Tyray. But since
Yeah,
you
no,
were
yeah. I
just with
mean,
Tyray, you couldn't do that.
yeah. The only way that would happen with me is if I was with like a hot chick or something.
Yeah, true, right? Be like Tyray, wait for me right here.
You're gonna be like, we're going. We're hooking up. We're going.
Yeah,
Like
but
she's VTF. I gotta go.
She ready. She ready.
sure, I'll post in Patreon the photo of like Tyray and the fan. She's all smiling.
This is after Tyray had the hair transplant, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you notice any difference?
Like, oh, and then as far because like on the show they try to play him to be kind of like a super shy or super
Yeah, like
like
he's yeah,
like a nebbish or whatever
yeah.
to use like a Yiddish term. But anyway, like nah. But when I met him, maybe it's now because he's like he had the weight loss surgery, so he lost weight and he got the
You're
hair
more
transplant, so
confident.
he's more confident. So when I met him, because I've only known that version of him, so when I met him, he seemed like any other regular ass dude, like no confidence issues and more confident than on the show. So he's like he's a regular ass dude to me. Like he didn't seem, and I think it's like being on the show and he's famous and people are flying him out. People are buying cameos. He's getting the hair plugs. He
Yeah,
lost weight.
he's building confidence in that.
Yeah, he has like a
Hmm.
lot. He has a lot going on now compared to the average dude, obviously. So now he's like pretty confident compared. He's like a regular dude.
Yeah, that'll do. I mean, weight loss will definitely boost your confidence.
hmm The people in our Patreon, I just posted a picture of him and the fan, and that was she reposted it, so she's all excited to see him. So anyway, at that point, it was probably like 2 a.m. or something. So pretty much after we like had a drink and the fans got all excited to meet him, at that point it's like after 2 a.m. So I think at that point we ultimately called it a night. But I did get an audio drop, and when I post this episode, I'm gonna insert the audio drop introduction
Ah,
to the
that's
front
what's
of the
up.
podcast.
That's
Yeah,
what's
unlike
up.
George, again, who always misses the audio drops.
That's
Mhm.
what's up. That is
Yes.
good. That is good.
So so I'll put that in there. Okay, so that was the I missed Gino. The basketball game was amazing. I saw Tyray and met his friends. The friends are really cool, and we hung out, and that was that night. So that was fun. As far as the snowstorm, like the next day was a snowstorm,
Oh,
and then it was kind of shitty because I actually did have plans to go to this one restaurant with a friend, and but I kind of had to bail on the plans because I didn't want to be like stuck in the snow at
yeah.
nighttime and shit.
It was really coming down Sunday.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna risk it. And then I was all like, normally, like, when you're in your own house, you go get groceries and like, you know what I mean? Like you'd all prepare for the storm. But I didn't really like feel like getting, I didn't even know which groceries. I mean, I could have went to Whole Foods, but like, I just was like out of my element. So then I was all like I was in like a panic. I was like, oh, I just got to get some food, like any kind of food. And I'm like a dude, so I'm like a caveman. So I went and got like the largest, I got the largest pizza I could find, like a large pizza from like a place in
Yeah.
New York, huge large ass pizza. And then I went to like a Chinese restaurant, got like some like Chinese food. So I was like, all right, between this huge large ass fucking pizza and this like Chinese food, I should be able to survive without starving.
Yeah, pizza will sustain you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I didn't. So in hindsight, the storm came and went, and I still had like half a pizza left. I was like, "Fuck!" But I gotta finish the shit. But anyway, but it was crazy. So we got like almost, I don't know, like 18 inches or something, 16 inches,
Yeah, it
and
was
then
thick.
like, yeah, and I'm not used to like Manhattan where like the snow removal is like super proficient. So like
Mhm.
it like came down hard, but then the next day the streets were pretty much cleaned up. Shout out to Mandami,
That's
whatever,
right. Shout out.
Ron Mandami. I'm probably mispronouncing his last name. She did. They did a really good job cleaning the streets. The only part, like, and then so the next day though, all my favorite shops that I like to go to. Oh, yeah, like for example, there's this one shop which is like it's like I posted a thing on my Instagram stories, but it's like ice cream that's like liquor. It's like liquor infused ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I had that. It was like amazing, and I wanted to go back for seconds after the
Oh.
storm, but then that day it was closed because it was like after the cleanup with this.
What's? Do you have the name of the place? You
I
don't
would have to look
remember?
it up.
Yeah, look it up because my 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 nephew actually has a boxing gym over there on 36th, I think, or 35th,
Mhm.
and sometimes I go visit him, but not all the time, like once every blue moon. And that sounds like the area you were in, because I know the Empire State is over there by 30 something, 33rd, I think.
hmm
So
Yeah, let me look it up right now while we're
you know,
talking.
it would be cool to check that place out, because I'll
Yo,
probably.
it was super fucking good. Like I wanted to go back for a second. Okay, hold on, I'm looking it up. I have it in front of me. It's a place. The place I went to, it's called hold up, AUBI, which is I guess is
Mhm.
Abi and Ramsa. Abby and Ramsa, AUBI and
You're
sign.
gonna have to just post that.
I'll put it in page. I'll put it in Patreon.
You had me at Abby.
Abby and Ramsa. But it was like a fucking amazing. Like next time I'm in New York, I'm gonna go just for that.
Oh, definitely sounds great.
Hold on, I'll put it in Patreon.
Sounds
But
great.
oh, and then I even like I went to like a barber next door that was like the most expensive haircut I ever got. So I was all over the
Yeah,
place.
no, a haircut in New York City. No,
Yeah.
you would have to go like way uptown to get a decent price.
No, it was
Maybe
like
in the Bronx.
it was double than what I normally pay.
Yeah,
But I had to roll out the red carpet for myself.
yeah, of course you have to
Treat yourself.
treat yourself. Well,
Sure,
that's good.
I
I'm glad you
posted
had a
it
great
in.
time.
You know, it was an amazing time. And then all right, I posted it in Patreon and I just texted it to y'all. So yeah, y'all gotta check those at the ice cream shop out. It's like liquor infused ice cream. I want to go back. So yeah, the storm happened, the like cleanup happened, like the streets were clean, but then the intersections were filled with like slush and puddles and shit. So I was like, you know what? Every step your shoes are gonna be fucking wet. So I didn't venture too much after
Yeah,
that. And then like so then Tuesday I was coming back and then my train got canceled, but then I was able to rebook another train like 2 or 3 hours later. So that happened and I managed to get home in one piece. So but either way, I had an amazing trip. I can't wait to go back.
that's great. Well, as a former New Yorker, we welcomed you and we're glad you liked it.
No, yeah, I mean, New York is where I go. Like the out of any city, like out of town, is where I go the most often. Like historically in my life, so I'm up there a lot. I just haven't been in a couple in like not
I mean,
last year,
I
two
mean,
years.
it was crazy for me coming from New York City, where so much night, like so much happening in the city at night,
Mhm.
moving to a place where nothing happens here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I remember after work, I used to work down in Wall Street. So after work, we'd go uptown, into the club district up there by Times Square, up there, whatever. But there's
Mhm.
always something to do in New York City. But out here is really quiet. So it was an adjustment period
Yeah,
for me.
Captain, you were running ratchet on the streets
I
looking to
was
get
like a
arrested by the NYPD.
I was a collarless poodle. I was like a dog without a collar, just looking for an owner. I,
That's how you're so like worldly.
yeah, I've traveled. I've done my share of traveling, that's for sure. But yeah, I kind of got here. It's like this is like a
Mhm.
retirement state for me. Like I'm retired.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, and like the first, I won't. Anyway, like the other thing though, like the first night I was there though, I saw my sister. She lives up there, so like the first night I was up there, we went out to like Bryant Park and went to like a fancy restaurant in Bryant Park. So I did see my sister too. So I saw family as well. Anyway,
oh, okay. Look at that. I didn't know you had a sister.
I did.
yeah,
Oh,
she's the one that she let me stay at her place because she wasn't there. So yeah, I didn't even have to pay for a hotel.
oh, look at you. That's
Yeah, you know
great.
me, baller status.
That's right. That's right.
Sure. By
Well,
the way, pineapple girl in the chat, she said, "Did you have a screwball? Like, what's a screwball? Remind me."
it might be one of those.
I don't know.
When you said peanut butter, it sounded like that's what's associated with screwball peanut butter. I never had
Okay, well,
anything infused with peanut butter before.
Ripple, a butter ripple has
I don't know.
that it's like
Mhm.
a caramelish like
Like,
tone.
I'll ask my new friend Liz, like, what was a peanut
Uh,
butter liquor?
uh. All right.
Oh,
So anyway, that
I
was
can
my
look it
little
up too.
yeah. So anyway, as far as New York, I can spill this tea. I'm pretty sure the single. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure. And Gino is not my source. But I'm 100% sure that like the single life tell-alls being filmed like these days.
I mean, what does
Okay,
it really have to tell all about? The show's in like its third episode, and it's nothing to. I don't. Nothing exciting is happening. The only story that is causing waves is that whole came adoption shit, but anything else is just background noise right now.
So Shabooty, the screwball is what the liqueur is called, and that's the peanut butter
Oh,
whiskey. It's a peanut butter
oh,
Okay.
whiskey.
Peanut butter
let me
whiskey.
Google it.
Yeah,
I
peanut butter
just
whiskey.
did.
Yeah, so that I don't think that Tello is gonna be anything.
Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt you. I'm 99% sure that is what they had there. Screwball. I recognize the bottle.
Okay. Look at that.
Okay, well, shout out to Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. People, oh, by the way, you know what's funny? Remember, like, I don't know if Gina, you were around back then, but like at the early days of our podcast when it was like a Twitter space, I was like, because I'm very like, I'll go through like phases of alcohol or whatever. So, like, when it first started the podcast, I was all in my buzzball phase. I don't know if you,
Oh yeah, the buzzball.
yeah, like I was all about buzzballs. That's all I talked about. That's what I drank when we did the podcast on Twitter Spaces. And people like to this day, like it literally happened like 2 days ago. Like a friend, well, an internet friend was in like Florida, and they were like, they sent me a picture of like those giant buzz balls that are like the
Yeah,
jumbo
they have.
size.
Yeah, they have the large,
Yeah,
extra
like
large ones.
this, like I made it into like I almost, that's all I was like posting about or talking about was like the buzz ball. So then like people still send me the memes, but I don't drink it anymore. I'm out of my buzz ball stage, but people still send me pictures and shit of them with buzzballs. So anyway, screwball is what they had at the little hotel get together. So, and it definitely tastes like fucking peanut butter. So if I know like we have some alcoholics that there are live listeners, so check out the screwball peanut butter whiskey. It tastes good as shit.
Yeah, that was before my time with whatever.
You know what? You know what I've tasted. They have it here at the farmers market. There's like a guy that sells moonshine. Just real quick, they have
Oh
salted
no.
salted caramel whiskey,
Mm.
and that is delicious. And since I love sugar, he gives you like a free taste. Like you can taste sample all the different flavors. Next time
Mm.
I go, I'm gonna tell him, let me taste the peanut butter. Let me taste the peanut butter one. So yeah,
When
True.
I'm into Mexico, they had like coffee flavored espresso
oh,
Mm.
the Patron
or
Cafe.
tequila.
The
The
Patron
tequila.
tequila is delicious.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so
That's
good.
actually you know what I'm drinking right now is like it was a Christmas gift, but it's like it's Effen vodka, the espresso martini on the rocks premium cocktails.
Oh, that must taste delicious.
Yeah,
And the
that
Van Gogh espresso vodka is also really good too.
hmm
Espresso vodka. I gotta. Well, because I'm in my body is a temple stage, so I cheated today, sort of.
hmm
But yeah, I gotta keep. Even though fun fact, I like whiskey. I'm a whiskey drinker. Whiskey has no calories or sugar, no carbs.
No, you know what's funny is like I'm trying to cut down on my sugar. So then when I was in New York, my drink that I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but I was in Manhattan drinking Manhattans and stuff because it has like low sugar.
Oh, a Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan drink it has low sugar according to ChatGPT. So that's what I was drinking.
Yeah. They have actually I tried, what if you're a vodka drinker. I tried this vodka here that it's gluten free.
Mm.
It's called Rain. Rain. It's a gluten free vodka.
Like, how do you spell it?
Rain, like rain. It's like the bottle is
Okay.
shaped like a raindrop, and it's a
Okay.
gluten free vodka. I
Mm.
mean, when you want to drink, you just drink it. But I mean, I went with it because it's gluten free and I'm trying to cut back and all that. But I'm either a vodka martini, like I'll drink a martini, or
Mm.
I'll do whiskey, Scotch blends sometimes, and tequila only when I'm out. Like, oh, let's do
True.
a shot. Let's do tequila. That's it. But anyway, let's
Yes.
move on.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's go. Let me go to the topics list. So, okay, that was New York shit. Okay, so I guess the first thing on my thing, did you see the Lisa pooped in the bed video?
What the actual
So
fuck?
let me tell you guys, when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is, I opened the video and I checked it thoroughly to make sure it wasn't like a parody account.
Mm.
Somebody making. So I sat there and funny thing, I was at the doctor's office. I had an appointment today, and I had my headphones on, and I'm like, okay, while I'm waiting there, and I play, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just busted out laughing. Everybody looked at me, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I gotta send this to the guys. You guys got to see this. There's no bottom to TLC. There's no bottom. It's like a bottomless pit.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
shits the bed, and then they talk about how the shit was all over him, and then it was all over her.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah,
Like, how do you not know you shit the bed? How do you not know? Like, how did we come to this?
Mhm.
I,
And she wasn't bashful talking about it or whatever.
yeah, it's in a preview.
People in the comments were like, and I should read you some of the comments, and there were some people were like, you couldn't waterboard that information out of me.
The thing is that it's so like when I saw it, I think what's her name, the one of our people posted it. I can't think of her name real quick, but anyway, she posted it in general, and then I saw it. I was like, wait, this has to be like a parody account or somebody doing an AI. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I put my pods in my ear and I'm like, let me see what this is. And I'm looking at it, and then I look and it keeps going and going and going. I'm like, wait a minute, this is really the two people. And she's going on about how she just can't stop shitting herself, and she
Mhm.
shit all over the bed. He's saying how it was all over him and his hands, and I'm like, there's no bottom to TLC. Like, how much are they paying you to to do this on TV?
Yeah, and then like it was weird too. He was like eating like a chocolate bar while she's
Yeah,
talking about shit in the bed. Like that's too
yeah,
close. That's too close for comfort.
yeah. I'm like, she's never gonna beat the allegations. This has to be her last ever appearance on the show. So
Mhm.
she's probably going, all out because she knows she's never coming back. There's some characters, some cast members that they never ever bring back or revisit. And they probably
Mhm.
told her that early on.
You
So
like were you saying she's like a Lauren, like a female Lauren Allen?
yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's like a Lauren because she had they probably looked into her paperwork. She can't marry the guy, so she has no longevity on the show. She's not coming back on The Other Way. She's not coming back on
Hmm.
Happily Ever After, and they're not going to bring her back for Single Life.
Hmm.
So they're cutting her loose. So she's like, you know what? I'll do whatever you guys say for a paycheck. And I feel like that is the most disgusting. It's going to be the most disgusting episode of 90 Day that we've seen. And we've seen some shit. We've seen Jasmine sucking on Gino's toes.
Hmm.
But this is going to be even more grotesque.
Like I have to say, I had some good like one-liners on that post on the video, or whatever. Should you want me to
Yeah.
read you? You want me to read you some of my one-liners?
Y-
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going through some of my comments. I said they should have saved this for between the sheets. Get it?
Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I had other ones. Hold on. Let me just find them all. I had like a lot of funny comments of myself. I said, I can't tell. Is that love in the air or fecal matter?
Oh, God.
uh,
Oh God, this Sunday's gonna be crazy. You know we're gonna have so much material for next Friday after they air
I
that
know we
episode.
usually don't do like a Sunday pod because we're usually too
Yeah, we're
tired.
probably gonna
I don't
break.
think it's gonna take Shabooty
Yeah,
2 hours to finish Sunday show,
it,
to be
yeah, no,
honest.
and then we'll probably have George back. So George is gonna see that episode. He's gonna go buck wild. He's gonna be like, "No, we got to
mm.
talk about this now."
And then what else? Let me see. I had a couple of things. Hold on one second. So then I said in my caption, I said, Lisa's so gross. She's like the lesbian Benny Blanco, which is like Selena Gomez's dude. I said, and I said, Daniel just wanted a green card and ended up with a brown card. Oh.
Oh God.
I would start suing her for emotional distress.
Oh my God. And I thought the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation was bad when he found the turd in the bed.
Mm,
This woman actually shit all over him. She's like, "Oh, it's all over the sheets, and they were wrapped up in it."
hmm. So yeah, like the comment section is pretty funny on like Instagram.
Yeah, and it came. It wasn't a preview. They hadn't started playing that preview till today.
Hmm.
That hadn't been played prior. That dropped today, and it came out pretty late. It didn't come out like right early in the morning. I didn't see it actually early in the morning, but it dropped today because when I saw it and I went
Hmm.
to the 90 Day Fiance website, like the page that they post from, it only had like 5 views. So
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, this shit just dropped and nobody's seen it because everybody would be going crazy right now. So
You're talking
then
about Twitter? You're talking about Twitter
the
or what?
Twitter, yeah, on Twitter, on
Yeah,
Twitter. So I'm
yeah,
like, oh, this just dropped on Twitter. They just dropped it because it's only 5 views. I said, it's probably a parody account. This can't be real. And then I
yeah.
was like, let me put my headphones on. And I put my headphones on. When I heard she said I shit the bed, I was like, oh my God.
I think she needs Depends.
Nah,
Hmm.
she's trying to blame it on the ethnic food being too spicy and that,
Hmm.
she had the runs, but I guess that's like TMI. I was telling my husband, I was telling him about. He's like, no way, and I told him about the coming to America stuff. I think
Hmm.
they're really hitting comedic gold with this couple.
Yeah, and the producers love gross out humor, so they love this shit.
No, not only that, but the whole situation with the king and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's a topic. That's a topic
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
list. But
that was.
let me just let me see. Like as far as my comment section, let me see if there's other people's comments that are good. Hold on. Let's see top comments. Okay, let's see if there's other people who did good comments. I'll just read some other comments. She's so mortified, yet she's smiling. Is this even true? And then my reply was, that would be a crappy thing to lie about. Oh, get it? Anyway,
Yeah,
um, this one says, let's see what else. I'm trying to read other comments that are good. Let's see. She pooped on me. Reality TV gold right there. I just know TLC didn't think to script some literal shit like that. What in the Amber Heard is happening? This one says, this comment says, I would have had to breach my contract and leave. TLC could not have beaten this out of me. This one says, lesbian Benny Blanco took me out. The George left a comment. He says, I know you effing lying. She shit the bed and talked about it on TV. Fix it, Jesus.
yeah, that is fucking. I mean, it is gonna get the viewers to tune in because
Hmm.
some people just want to see that this is real. But TLC it's turned the show is losing a lot of its originality. Let's just say
Hmm.
it's really
Well,
losing originality.
it's I found it amusing because it's like the audience you think are like 50-year-old women and stuff, like, whatever. But then it's like super,
Lisa's age. They're like Lisa's age.
yeah, but then the humor is like gross out humor that like a teenage boy would find funny.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. What happened in the original days of TLC's the 90 Day franchise,
Hmm.
it was catered to a more adult group of people that were watching it. But
Hmm.
now, once they started putting all these influencers on and all these IG models and all of that stuff, it started attracting a younger crowd. So now they're pandering to the younger crowd and doing shit that that
Hmm.
millennials will probably find funny, or whatever generation is the under the millennials. I don't know. I don't even know what generation I am sometimes, but
Hmm.
the to the young pandering to the younger generation, to the Sophies and the Robs and the Jamals, they're pandering to that audience. They're not pandering to the original OGs from the 90 Day franchise, which was adult, mature, grown people.
Hmm.
So the
Yeah, like
storylines are so scripted and so like weird. Like who would believe this? Or that's where they're losing their luster. Well, they've lost it a while ago, but they're
yeah,
playing
like
into that.
no, yeah,
You
I
got
mean,
You got a grown woman shitting a bed. You know,
Mhm.
that's not entertainment value.
Yeah, like, well, I see, it's not, but then like, it's funny because like for me personally, that is kind of, I'm into that kind of like, I'm
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
into.
whoa, whoa! Phrase that carefully now. Phrase that very carefully.
I'm not into fecal humor, but I am into like blue humor and whatever.
No, no, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but they okay. I can understand if the couples that were being previewed, their storylines had some kind of substance, and then you kind of sneak that in there. But the
Mhm.
storylines for the couples are flat; they're dead flat. So now you're gonna try to revive it, like wake the audience up by saying she shit the bed. Even though, to be honest and completely honest, Lisa and Daniel's storyline is very. It keeps you alert because you want to see what they're gonna
Mhm.
make her do next.
Yeah, or you want to see his reaction when she
Yeah,
finds out she's married or whatever the fuck.
yeah, we want to see what's gonna happen next because it's so preposterous, what's
Hmm.
going on that you're gonna say, okay, let's see how this plays out. It was like when the original baby girl Lisa was on with Soldier Boy, that he made her wear the wrap, remember, in her head, and then do all this shit, and then they
Hmm.
had the wedding. It
Hmm.
was kind of like those days when you're like so intrigued by what like this really some foolish shit, but you weren't taken in by the storyline.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah. Now the show is like, it's like we've already talked about this a million times where it's like if there's six or seven couples, six of them are like bullshit, and there's one real couple.
and then there's one real couple. I
Yeah.
mean, we had our hearts set on Sheena and Forrest, but then
Hmm.
we dug up the truth that this is nothing new. So
Hmm.
now we feel jilted.
We feel gypped.
Yeah, we gypped because we the OGs, original viewers of this show when episode one, season one dropped.
Mhm.
So we know how we rolled with that. And then
Yeah.
you turned
I,
our
I,
show into some other shit.
like, I think the producers are like, because it's like, well, well, it's like, so there's the producers, then there's the executive producers, and the executive producers are the suits or the top dogs. They'll see like Love Island, season
Yeah.
7 blew up, and then they see like Love Is Blind is still very relevant apparently. So
Because it's catering to a younger audience. So they
yeah,
want to
yeah,
cater to that audience. So
yeah.
that's why they
That's why.
have that Hunt for Love and Single Life
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah. That's why they have like influencer types
Mm-hmm.
because because like if you look at like Love Island, everyone blows up. Whether they were well, like with Love Island, a lot of the casting are like basically I'm not talking about people after the show, but before the show, a lot of the people that are cast on Love Island, they're pretty much like gym influencers. Like you have to realize the people on Love Island are not like
Mm-hmm.
people that they don't have like a
Yeah.
career. They don't have like
Yeah.
they don't have like a 9 to 5
No.
career, and
No.
they don't go to like an office building.
And
Like the
Well,
and
people.
two of them in the last season, season
Mhm.
and
7, that you didn't watch, they actually were nurses.
Okay,
And one
well.
worked at an elevator
And you know what?
company.
And you know
And now
what,
they,
Shabooty, with the
Mhm.
with the Love Island, that's their international appearance as well. Even Love Island in other countries, they have the influencer looking types
Yeah,
in the
but
young
like
crowd.
exactly. But anyway, I know there's okay. Well, Gina pointed out there's nurses, but generally speaking, like a lot of the people are like gym influencers, or like personal trainers and shit. That's why they have like abs and stuff
Yeah.
because they don't go to like an office building. They don't go to an office building every day to collect a check. They're literally personal trainers, so of course they have abs. So the Love Island cast a bunch of like personal trainer types. So that's why like Hunt for Love, they have that guy Rocco, which was like a personal trainer. So then Hunt for Love, they started casting a bunch of like personal trainer types. So that's what you see on reality TV these days. Everyone with abs because they don't go to like an office building to with a career or anything.
Yeah. And not only that, they want to attract the crowd to stay fun. So you have the influencers, you have the podcasters, you have the beautiful, people who do the Botox and BBLs and breast lift,
Hmm.
struggling like Elise, she's struggling to stay to keep up with the new
Mhm.
generation. And it's
Yeah, well, and then I'm sure like with the casting people, they got a note. They said big booties are in style, so you got to cast like more big booty women. So then they put like what like who's the chick with who's the chick with the Belize guy?
Aviva.
Aviva. Yeah, they got Aviva in there, but I don't know if she's doing the trick.
Yeah, no, she's like a wet blanket.
Yeah, like she's not really exuding
She's
sexiness,
not. Yeah, she's not for her age group. She's not attracting her. She's not the person they would use to attract viewers in her age group.
Yeah,
No.
like she doesn't. Okay, like I'm not saying she's ugly, but she doesn't exude sexiness.
Yeah, well, her lips were injected. She got
Mm-hmm.
the big lips.
Mm-hmm.
Body seems authentic though. She's one of those thick white girls.
Mm-hmm.
But her lips, but she's not exuding. Now he's probably trying to get his boost his music career, so he's
Mm-hmm.
fighting for his life on his scenes, you know. But she's
Mm-hmm.
like, whatever, whatever. I don't care. Hair's never washed, always greasy and limp. Fashion is not on point. There's nothing about her that stands out for her age group to watch. But he's struggling with his music and trying to be flashy and trying to be like the soldier boy type to attract, because his career depends on it. But she's like,
Yeah,
whatever.
the people that cast like 90 Day Fiance, if y'all want to like hit me up as like a, I mean, booty's literally in my name, Shabooty. So if y'all want to like hit me up, I'll happily like tell you who would actually stir up the audience properly, if you know what I mean. Well,
Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. We just gotta, like we say, if we didn't have this wonderful get together every Friday to discuss the
Mhm.
show, we'd probably be watching something else.
True. Oh, and then I will say, I know. Okay, let me give some a pre unprompted shout out to our live listeners, which is Amberlee, Angelica, Colleen, Heather, Iggy, Lana, Pineapple Girl, Sherry, Sophia. Um, I know there was an I know there was an opportunity to do the show yesterday, but I feel like it's inauthentic to do 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a Thursday. We
Yeah,
got to do it on a Friday.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Look, it's
like,
a work day.
Yeah,
yeah, that's like going to the club on a Tuesday.
yeah.
I went to the club on the Tuesday. I went to the club
Yeah,
every day. What are you talking about?
but it
Tuesday to
but it didn't
Saturday.
it didn't really feel right. I mean, you
Mhm.
were there, but it didn't feel like a club night. Walking into the
It,
club on a Friday night was the
it was
shit, or a
great
Saturday
because it
night.
was like it was industry night. Everything was cheap. Shots were like $2. I'd be getting so
Tuesdays
drunk for $20.
Tuesdays they
Mhm.
shut down early, so you were still in your work clothes. But Fridays we would bring in
Mhm.
our alternative uniforms,
Mhm.
alternative outfits. After work, go to the bathroom. The bathroom looked like a dressing room. Everybody's changing into their tricking gear. And then we hit the
Mhm.
clubs after work. So Fridays is a better day. But Tuesdays you just go because you know what? I don't have nothing to do. But it didn't
Mhm.
feel right.
True, yeah. Fridays are the day. Oh, and then not to like totally sidetrack, as far as like experiences of like wilding out. I remember like I think when I was in my 20s, because I live in like closer to DC, but like there was a place in Baltimore called like it was so fucking epic as if you're in your like 2021. No, if you're like 21, 22, 23 when you're like first drinking. There's a spot in Baltimore called it's probably by a different name by now, but back then it was called Iguana Cantina. And you would go there. I don't know if
Iguanas. We had a club in in
mhm.
in in New York called Iguanas.
Okay, so it was a Guana Cantina. But
Mm.
anyway, I can't remember if it was Friday night or Saturday night, but it was probably Friday. But anyway, we would drive an hour up to like Baltimore because like it was Friday night. I'm assuming it was Friday. We drive up an hour and it was like, and again, imagine if you're like 20 years old, 22 years, like in your early 20s where like drinking is like a novelty. So like, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like $20 and you got like a red cup and it was like, I think it was like it was almost like open bar for like $20 or some shit, if I can recall correctly. So you pay $20 and then you have your red cup, your solo cup, and you just like get free, like you just get unlimited liquor and shit. That's just, and so we would get so fucking shit faced.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
we did some
yeah, we
things.
Yeah, there was like it was like Tuesdays where it's like Heineken's for like $2 and China Whites for $2 or something like that. Oh my God. One of my best
Mhm.
friends and I would be getting so shit-faced, and we alternated paydays. So I would get paid one week, it would be on me. She would get paid the following week, it would be on her. It would just be alternate, and we would be hammered. We'd go to Denny's after, but we'd be
Yeah.
so hammered. It was good times. It was good times. I tell
Yeah,
you.
that it's funny when like after you're hammered and you try to get food. I think there was like there was like a McDonald's around the corner, but then it's like it was so annoying because everyone was in the McDonald's trying to get food after the club let out, and then like you'd go and order, but then by the time you got your food, it's probably like 30 minutes later or some shit.
Yeah,
But anyway, that was that. Okay, let's get back to the topics.
yeah.
Okay, so we talked about the poop. We talked about New York City. We talked about the poop video. Did you see
Ah,
the Jovi? Well, I'm jumping around. Anyway, I'll jump around a little bit. So Jovi, did you see the Jovi at Nobu TMZ story?
oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm surprised that he actually that Nobu let him in.
I know, right? Because that's a fancy ass restaurant.
I think it was
Hmm.
like a promotional thing, and to be honest, too,
You
because
think it
it's not
was
like they didn't even spend that much money. They just went in there for
like, well,
a
promotional, no, but promotional for Jovi, but not promotional for Nobu, right?
yeah. No, I mean Nobu used to be a really upscale place before. Like people, oh Nobu here in
Um,
New York, Nobu,
yeah.
but
I mean,
uh,
it's still upscale.
yeah, he went there and spent what $100 or something like that, $120. What was
I
your
don't know.
bill?
Do you want me to read my Instagram caption?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it says per TMZ, 90 Day Fiance star Jovi Dufresne and his friends were removed from Nobu, New Orleans after a dispute over Wagyu dumplings. The argument escalated when Jovi recorded the manager, leading to security escorting them out. Here's the key paragraph. Sources say one of Jovi's friends went to the bathroom and vomited, or at least that's what the restaurant staff claimed. The staff informed Jovi that his friend excuse me, that his friend was puking and that they were out of the dumplings. So they pretty much got kicked out because the friend was puking and they were bitching and being a Karen about the dumplings. And then I think I said in the caption, I said, "Isn't Jovi too old to be hanging out with pukish friends? That's amateur hour, not happy hour." I know he was hanging with the blonde chick, and Yara was curiously wasn't there. And if Jovi is the singular sober one out of the bunch, then you know the whole crew is a walking giant red flag. So that's what I said.
Yeah, Jovi doesn't. He seems to be still in his frat boy era.
I mean, I think it's fair to say he's a fucking alcoholic, right?
Well, I wouldn't say alcoholic to the point. I would say that he gets together with his friends and he really, like that's when he really like because if he was like an alcoholic, I mean, his job is very hands on, so he can't be drunk on an oil rig.
Well, I
But
think that's the only time he's sober, probably.
that's probably yeah. Well, alcoholics can never be sober. Alcoholics are always drunk. So just think that when he gets together with his friends, they just really get drunk and real frat boyish and loud and stupid. I mean, you saw what happened to Shia LaBeouf on Bourbon Street.
Hmm.
He was
Hmm.
drunk and acting up and got his
Well,
ass beat.
I think he's an alcoholic.
Oh well, yeah, he has a different level, but I'm saying, when you get around certain groups of people, like the people that hype you up for money, you got money, you got fame, so everybody, starts cheerleading you to do stupid shit.
Mhm.
So that's what happened. He gets around his friends and he acts up. Also, we're not too sure about what's going on in his marriage, but I mean, sometimes I want to believe they're happy, but I don't know. Her
Mhm.
face says otherwise.
Yeah, I think she's one of those like old school types where it's like I don't think she's necessarily happy, but she's like an old school European woman and she's raising a daughter. So I think she's like sticking with
No,
Jovi.
I think that she settled for him just to get here and because of his job and his money. But that's not the kind that even from the beginning, she's never showed like any warmth or affection towards him. She's
No,
always been like really cold.
I'm not saying she's warm or I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying like she's an old school European woman where it's like even if she's like in a shitty marriage or unhappy, she's gonna like stay with him. because
You
he's like an
stand by
old,
your
yeah, she's like
man.
an
No,
old
no, yeah, you
school
stay by,
type.
him because of course he makes a lot of money and keeps her lifestyle like that the way she likes it. And all she does
Yeah.
is go online and sell shitty doggy purses that are
Mm,
exuberantly priced that she gets off of
mm.
Chinese websites.
And then
And
I think like I think the fact that Yara and Jovi like are on 90 Fiance, I feel like that lends toward them staying together. But I feel like if there's no such thing as like internet clout and showbiz fame or a TV fame or whatever, then I think they would be more likely to break up. But I feel like them being famous together keeps them together. Do you agree?
yeah, I agree with that.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit of an adhesive to the marriage. But if that didn't exist, she would be more likely to leave it.
Remember, she was a reality show, whatever. She was always on shows in Ukraine, so she's
Mhm.
always been looking for the spotlight.
Yeah. So
So
anyway, yeah,
she's gonna
Joe.
stay there just so she can stay on Pillow Talk and all that other shit.
Yeah, but I still think like Jovi's a little. I think Jovi needs to grow the fuck up and like he's a little too old to have friends puking in the bathroom, unless it was like food poisoning. But I'm pretty sure they were drunk.
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
were
he
drunk
definitely
too.
he's definitely. And once you get married and have kids and stuff like that, you kind of try to. I'm not saying you have to go and turn into a monk, but you kind of put that
Hmm.
shit aside, you know?
Yeah, like
Because
the puking is like some shit that happens when you're like in your 20s.
yeah, the
But
bathroom, going to the bathroom to hold your best friend's hair so she could throw up in the toilet.
mhm.
That was like in your 20s, crashing dive bars.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying that's never happened to me, but again, it's been like decades since
No,
that has happened
it
to me.
happens. It's happened to all of us. Not
Yeah.
only that, when you have a person that's drinking like that and carrying on with their friends, what
Mhm.
else are they capable of? Hookers, doing stuff like that, picking up women
Mhm.
in the streets. So it's a very dangerous behavior to drink like that.
True. So anyway, that's Jovi's thing. Let's see what the live chat's saying. Uh, Angelica says, I thought I saw somewhere that Jovi quit his job. I don't know if, and then Pineapple Girl says he no longer works as an underwater robotic. Um, and this one says, Sherry says he's such an asshole and definitely has a drinking problem. And I agree, he has a drinking problem because it's his whole. See, like, I know Captain, you said like he's not alcoholic, but you could still not be.
Well, you can become he
There's,
can
but
become an alcoholic.
he's on the doorstep
Yeah,
because
no,
like
no.
alcohol is his like identity. Like if you look at his like Instagram stories, I know he's in New Orleans where like it's known Mardi Gras and New Orleans is known for drinking. You could like fucking obviously you get a drink, you could walk outside the bar, go down the street drinking. No other city really does that. So New Orleans is known for that, and I understand that's a culture, and I realize I'm drinking right tonight, so I'm being hypocritical. But
No, no, we're definitely acknowledging the fact that he may have started off on the show as
Mhm.
a drinker per se, but he has escalated into
Yeah,
alcoholic territory.
yeah, because like it's his like identity. Like he'll post like Instagram stories of like all the drinks he had that day before
Isn't he
Nobu.
adopted?
I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't they say something about him being adopted?
I don't know. Well, people in the live chat will let us know. I can't remember if he's adopted,
Yeah, he's adopted. So
but
who
I think
knows?
I think he falls under the alcoholic because like I know it firsthand because I was in a relationship with alcoholic, and then it's like yeah, I think there's telltale signs. For example, I'll tell you the telltale signs. When they go to the grocery store, they'll get like a 30 pack of beer. Then they'll go to the like liquor store and get liquor. So they have beer, liquor. Then they'll go to the wine store and they'll get like a 6 pack of wine for the week. And then they'll buy a seventh bottle of wine that's like fancy wine. So they'll have one expensive fancy wine, then they'll have six other cheaper wines. So they come back home, they have 7 bottles of wine, they have a 30 pack of beer, and then they have a bottle of liquor from the liquor store. That was like my ex. So I know firsthand what it is being with an
Shabooty,
alcoholic.
you should have just got her a job at the liquor store.
But I know firsthand with an alcoholic. And then it's like then when they're sober, they're like a nice person. When they start drinking and get drunk, then they become an evil, like nasty person.
And
They're mean.
alcohol does that.
Yeah, and
Alcohol when
they become mean and nasty. It's like a whole nother personality. So I know firsthand how that is. And I'm not saying Joey gets mean, but I think he still falls under the alcoholic thing.
Yeah, no, okay. A lot of people are saying that he might have quit the job. If he's off that oil rig underwater thing, whatever he was doing,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, he might have taken up full time drinking. Funny thing, real quick, side note, I remember when I was in my 20s, I was out with a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, drinking at the South Street Seaport. This place called Sequoias in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's talking to me, he's, kicking it to me, whatever. And I told him, "What do you do for a living?" He said he was an underwater sea diver, an underwater welder.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was I thought his story was so much bullshit that I was like, this cat, underwater welder, diver, robotics. They were like, what the fuck is that? I was like, you know what? This guy's making up this story. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And I walked away. And now I find out there's actually people who dive underwater to weld shit.
True. So so he would get in like the diving suit and then weld underwater.
Yeah, I guess he was like, "Oh, I do welding. I'm an underwater uh diver that does weld underwater." I was like, "What?" I thought he was just making up a bunch of shit. So I was like, "Wait a minute. Are you a diver? Are you a welder?
You thought that
What
was
the
like a
fuck
pick.
are you?"
You thought that was like a
I
pickup
was like,
line. Like
I
I'm. Have you heard of the? Have you heard the phrase muff diver?
Yeah, no, I told my girlfriend, I was like, I've heard some whoppers in my day, but god damn. She's like, what?
True.
I said, he said he's an underwater diver, welder, whatever the fuck. He welds shit
Yeah.
underwater. She's like, well, what does he weld? I said, I don't know. He just saying he's an underwater welder. She's
Well,
like,
most guys are underwater muff divers,
I know.
but
I was like, well, you know what? He sounds like bullshit. Let's go. Oh, to be young again.
so you hooked up with him or something?
No, I was like, oh, it sounds like a crappy story just to try to kick it with me. I'm like, you know what? Let me go look for some
Yeah.
New York City civil servants. Let me go look for some New York City civil servants.
True, yeah. For the
On to
people
the
that
next.
for the people that don't know, like JLP, even though she has like a raunchy sense of humor like me, she's an attractive woman. So don't get it twisted.
I I bloomed. Those were my blooming years.
Yeah.
That's when I
I'm
was.
gonna say, yeah, I blew them.
You bloomed or you blew him or both.
Oh my god, you guys are making me laugh. Those were my blooming years when I was just a rose budding.
Mhm.
She was
But
just a
now,
rosebud, and she's
yeah,
blossomed.
now all I have is the stories to tell. Wait till I tell my grandkids.
True. I think yeah, we've all been around the block.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think your kids would want your grandkids
My
to
daughter
know
always
the
tells me.
stories.
My daughter always tells me, I pray to God that I have sons, because if I have daughters, I don't want you telling them your life history to my daughters. I was like, wait till you drop them off. I'm gonna show them
True.
pictures.
True. All right, let's see. Let me go to the topics list. Okay, so Molly wrote a long paragraph about Forrest and the money situation. Um, it's kind of long. I don't know. Should I read it?
Bullet point it.
Do the cliff notes.
Yeah, bullet point it.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to do. Let me. I should have probably done this in advance or whatever. But instead of reading it all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plunk it into like Chat GPT, and I'm going to have like Chat GPT like summarize it, so I don't have to like read everything. So give me 1 millisecond, and if we were a very professional operation, I've done this in advance. So give me 1 second. I'm going to summarize her like War and Peace essay.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, here it is. It says Forrest's mom says she has stayed silent due to an NDA, but is now addressing a false rumor that she or Dev are Forrest's caregivers or receive money from him or Sheena. She clarifies that they only cared for him as parents when he was a minor, that he has lived independently since age 20, and that they have never received any financial support related to him. She urges people not to believe online misinformation and says they will answer appropriate questions without violating agreements, then encourages everyone to enjoy the show. So that's the summary.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Mhm.
That was my
Yeah,
word. When you posted that, I had one word. Bullshit.
yeah, bullshit. The mom, I mean, I hate to judge, but the mom seems like there's something running in the background, like in some kind of an addiction.
Mhm.
The eyes barely opening all the time, the profuse sweating, the erratic behavior, and then the stepdad is always zenned out, and always the droopy. I think they're worried that Forrest's social security check or his disability check is going to go to someplace else, and they depend
Mhm.
on it or they use it for their own whatever. That's what their main concern is. Forrest, if you ask me, he might have some slight disabilities, yes, but he seems like he can
Mhm.
function. He seems like he can function. He can hold down a job. He can
Mhm.
he can take a bus. He can take. So I don't see what she's so afraid about him being swindled. He has no money.
Yeah, I think she's more autistic than Forrest. The mom
I,
is more autistic than
yeah,
Forrest.
the mom is definitely
The mom's
more.
definitely got a few screws loose
That's what I
in her
said.
head.
There's something running in the background with the mom and the
Mhm.
stepdad.
Yeah, the mom got she got the tism, as they say.
Yeah, you look at her face and her eyes are. I mean, listen, I've seen drug and alcohol addicts my entire life. I've lived in the ghetto most of my life. I've seen crackheads, I've seen heroin addicts. There's a difference. Crackheads and heroin addicts are different.
Mhm.
I've seen alcoholics in the streets. She has a droop and her eyes can never open. The stepdad, he can barely. I've you if you watch them in the background, the camera doesn't really pan to them,
Mhm.
but you'll see him doing the eyes down and the face droop, and then he'll open his eyes and start talking. I
Mhm.
don't know what's going on with them, but they don't seem like they genuinely care about his happiness. They're more concerned about his finance.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the mom is so like I feel like the mom is like a dancing monkey for the producers. So when the producers tell her to do something, she like does it tenfold.
And you know what? Some people were commenting on my timeline regarding her behavior as they well, some embrace the fact that she's so hyped up about the culture and this and that and the third, but then there's like hints of she feels like she's being like her son is being scammed by these people and like it's a scam, a scam, a scam.
Hmm.
So she's definitely a prop for the producers. They can turn her into any creature they want
Yeah,
because they already dangled the carrot in front of her eyes.
yeah, she's one of those like when the producers tell her like, hey, when Forrest tells you that he got engaged, I want you to have like a really adverse reaction and I want you to like kind of scold him and like yell at him after he tells you he's engaged. And then she like then when he tells her he's engaged, she acts like a total bitch towards him, you know?
Yeah,
Well, she does. She's a puppet. She's a puppet. They
Mhm.
tell her to jump, and she says, "How high?"
yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, that was her little like essay that she wrote that I read the summary of. But anyways, like
Yeah,
that's that. Let's go to the next topic.
yeah.
Okay, the next topic is um okay, we're going back to Lisa, I guess. So we figured out the identity of the Lion King, um, which is Temu Lion King. But again, that one is like an essay as well. So should I put that in the chat GPT and get like a shorter version of his like biography? Because it's
Sure.
a whole because it was a whole thing.
Yeah, you can put that in there. But I'm telling you, TLC is
What?
TLC is really trolling us this season.
Yeah, like I know Gina had sent me the first guy. Apparently, it wasn't the first guy, but we figured out who the real fake Lion King is. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Um, fuck, give me a second. Where- So, hold on. So should I read you the summary or should I read you the full thing?
I mean, whatever makes you happy.
Okay, hold on. You know how it is when you're trying to find something like
Yeah,
in person. It's like,
just be winging it out here on Shabooty's podcast.
In Shabooty's world.
fuck
Yeah, Shabooty World, we just wing it.
it. Okay, I don't know. I think about it. No, fuck it. Okay, I'm having a pain, so I'm just gonna read you the long version. Okay, so the long version of like the dude's biography. Sorry if this is like super long. I'll try to read it quick. It's So the real guy's name is Iggy Don Sylvester Wiki. He's a Nigerian business executive, show business promoter, and community leader known for blending entrepreneurship with media savvy and innovation. He was educated at Nigu State University of Science and Technology with a degree in sociology and anthropology. He also excelled in Bible school and later distinguished himself in supernumerary police training at whatever. I can't read that shit. Earning best in academy honors and rising to the rank of deputy superintendent of police. On the entertainment side, he has made a strong mark in filmmaking, music, show business promotions. He built his brand by staying close to artists, leveraging digital technology and running a flexible, low hierarchy company culture that encourages creativity and constant renovate or reinvention. His approach emphasizes innovation, audience focused production, and adapting to evolving media and entertainment markets. Beyond entertainment, he is a major player in Nigerian real estate, where he applies technology, product design, and customer centered services to drive growth. His broader business philosophy centers on fast learning, consumer driven products, trust, and reliability. Um, in 2021, he became the traditional ruler of the whatever village in whatever state, continuing a royal lineage. As both a business and community leader, he promotes social innovations, youth empowerment, and economic models that create opportunity rather than privilege, positioning himself as a figure who bridges show business success with social and cultural leadership. And then my response to all that was, so he's a filmmaker and an entertainment promoter, and he's only been a village ruler since 2021. I mean, Slick Rick called himself Rick the Ruler. I think Lisa should have to get his blessing too. Laugh out loud. And if you're wondering how I know my tea is accurate, in the photos I found of him online, he's wearing the same crown as on the show, and his facial hair has the same coloring. So that's the same guy.
This guy's resume, you lost me like at the second uh, uh, discovery he made. At the second discovery he made. So,
Mhm.
like, okay, there's no way that this person has all this accreditation and is still on a reality show pretending to be a king or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's
I
like a
mean,
little
maybe
show.
no soldier boy.
He's a little soldier boy type guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, to have all this education in fields that can get you visas out of the country, that can get you jobs with the World Health Organization and all these other places, and you're settling to be a pretend king on a show.
Mhm. And then I mean the fucking fake ass line that was worse than Coming to America.
That was the worst display of a cultural mimicking that I've ever.
Appropriation.
Hmm. Yeah. So, but I will say it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. I laughed. I could not laugh. And no, not only that. Did you hear the music playing in the background?
Yeah.
The African music in the background, like Coming to America
Mhm.
type music.
And then were there like I can't remember, were there like weird pillows and shit of like fruits and shit?
You know, all they needed was like the elephant to walk across the meeting, or a zebra somewhere in the back,
Like a
maybe.
mechanical one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
Mhm.
mechanical.
like a mechanical zebra walking around or something. It was like
No,
a child's show. It was
you,
so bad. It was funny.
I don't know if
Mhm.
you've seen those. They have like different, like the fake animals, obviously, and they're motorized that you can like drive in the mall for like kids and stuff like that. It would be like
Yeah.
that. Like just,
You guys ever see Ace Ventura Pet Detective Part Two?
yeah,
Yeah.
Part Two, when he comes
yeah.
out of the rhino's butt.
Mhm.
It was like that. It was that level of atrocity.
Of buffoonery.
Yeah, buffoonery. I'm like, they got this guy here telling this lady not to laugh. I would have laughed so hard that I would have probably still been laughing if I had to be faced with that shit. And then he's
Yeah.
like, "Make dance," like a, like, yeah. It was
Oh, and then like,
weird.
oh, so he's like, you don't have why are you laughing? You're not allowed to laugh at. You don't have my permission to laugh.
It was a weird a weird misogyny there, like
Mhm.
trying to portray their culture as demeaning of women.
Mhm.
You can't laugh, you can't do this unless I say, type of thing.
Yeah.
It was a terrible portrayal. It was so terrible that it made it funny in a sense.
Yeah, because he's like, you can't laugh. But then he's like, all right, I give you permission not to laugh. Why aren't you laughing? You're allowed to laugh now.
Yeah, right. Like he's
Whatever.
giving this woman permission to do something, and I was like, that's not the way it works in those cultures. Come on. Okay, let me see you dance. Oh, ho, ho, ho,
Mhm.
ho, 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 ho. She dancing with this big ass fake lion, stuffed lion across his chest.
Yeah, you could. I feel like you could tell between him and what was it, the cousin or the brother or whatever the fuck that other guy was. You could tell they're like super coached by the producers on what to say
Of course, of course.
because the guy I can't remember, but the uncle or some shit. But he was like, "Do you practice lesbianism?" Do you think
Yeah.
he would have said that if the producers didn't say to ask her
Do
that?
you think those people even know what lesbianism is?
Yeah,
They
he wouldn't have said lesbianism if the producers didn't say that shit.
That's like a word. Like today, just quick on Love After Lockup.
Hmm.
The one of the dumbest girls uses the word conundrum.
Mhm.
It's
Conundrum,
like,
yeah,
and everybody's like, you know damn well that girl didn't know what the word conundrum is. Somebody
yeah.
told her, say conundrum, and she used it perfectly in a sentence. And they're like, you know what? That's a script that she's reading.
Hmm. Yeah, no, the producers like coach the fuck out of everyone. But oh, by the way, there was speaking of like Love After Lockup, it wasn't on my topics list, but if I could find it, like remember like Lacey or whatever, the one that was with
Yeah,
John and the other guy,
yeah, with
Sean and John or
Sean
whatever.
and John.
Yeah,
Sean.
like she posted something. I know it's not like groundbreaking or like a new thing. Let me see if I can okay, here's what if you watch Love After Lockup, here's what Lacey that was like a hiccup or
Hiccups,
something.
hiccups.
That means the liquor's flowing. Lacey said, I got the hiccups, I think. Um, Somebody asked Lacey, they said, ridiculous that they make y'all repeat scenes and not even pay the kids. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be reality TV and 100% authentic. And then Lacey responded, she said, girl, no way. I'll be honest. I thought in my head cameras would just follow me around and film my real life. But nope. They come in with a whole book of scenes, and yes, you have to repeat it until you get it right. It's tiring and annoying. And if you don't do or say what they want, they threaten to sue you for signing their completely bogus contract. So that's basically like 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup sharp shows. They come in with a book of scenes and you have to do exactly what they say and you have to say what they say. Otherwise, they'll still threaten to sue you.
Yeah, but you know what? Love After Lockup. It. I know. I've always known it's has its scripted parts and stuff like that, of course. But they still come across as more authentic
Mm.
than the 90 Day Fiance scripts, because
True.
the Love After Lockup, these folks are in jail. You know what I'm saying? They are making calls from jail. They're showing you all that stuff, and then you see after their season is over, you see all the real shit coming out on social media
Mm.
about. But with 90 Day, it's barely that.
Mhm. Oh, and somebody in the comments said, "Oh, Shabooty isn't shutting down Love After Lockup talk." So
You
speaking of
don't
which,
you don't
let's
really cover Love After
yeah,
Lockup.
I'll be honest, I was a huge fan, but then I stopped watching it just because I didn't really want to spend my Fridays watching it. Anyway, let's go to the next topic, which is
Yeah, fuck
um,
us, Love After Lockup watchers, right?
yeah. Well, Sharp doesn't really fuck with me, so why should I promote two of their shows when I can only promote when I can promote just one of their shows? Um, let's see. Okay, yeah, we already said single life tell-all's going on in New York City right now. Okay, so this is kind of like because again, we haven't done a Friday podcast in like 2 weeks, so this is kind of like old news. And if we already talked about it, I apologize. There was the whole Jasmine took her 1-year old to the concert, and then all of her trolls were like, "Why we should?" Oh, they were like, "Why leave her kid alone?" But if you look at my posts, I'm actually like defending her kid, and I'm trying to like make sure her kid's eardrums aren't busted. So I'm actually like helping her kid. Thank you.
Yeah, taking your kid to a concert is kind of like,
Mhm.
that couldn't have that's not cool. I mean, their ears are not prepared for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know if I can't remember the genre of music, and people are like, oh, it's a certain genre where it's not as like loud, but it was in like a huge kind of stadium where she was in like nosebleed seats, but that's a loud like sound system and shit, right?
If it's not Blues Clues or Coco Melon for children, the sound system is going to be loud no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People were all trying to defend it, but I'm like, no, and the fucking kid, you could put like headphones over the kid where they could still kind of hear, but their ears aren't like damaged. But yeah, obviously she's gonna like parade the kid around as much as possible. So I still maintain that she's a shitty parent, allegedly, in my opinion.
We all know that she's using the kid as a prop, so yeah.
Yeah, she's like the kid is like a meal ticket. So I think the kid recently had a birthday, and obviously she linked like the Amazon wish list to birthday gifts for the child, as opposed to paying for them gifts herself, right?
Yeah, so she's using the kid as a prop. Everybody knows it.
Yeah,
Um,
the kid is a money making
that's
machine.
the money maker. What is it they say about Elon? I shouldn't say it on his Twitter. I mean, that I use his Twitter, but that he uses the kid as a prop so that he doesn't get asked hard questions by the media whenever he's in public. So he
Mhm.
hangs the kid around his neck and stuff like that. So the journalists don't really fuck with him, and put him in an awkward position. So she uses the kid as a prop so people could have sympathy on her and give her a
Mhm.
free pass.
I mean, you know what? I was annoyed by something like, well, we already talked about it. Remember when she did like the video where she was like cleaning an office or whatever, like as a janitor or some shit? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
She was
like
cleaning that she
like
said that she got to work and stuff like that.
yeah, like it's one thing if she posts it and that's fine. It's the content for her like Instagram and shit. But I was annoyed because like, and first of all, I think it's like propaganda. I categorize it as propaganda, but apparently like like TLC.com, they have like a blog or something like that. So on the TLC, like 90, TLC.com has like a blog. So they did like a blog post about her whole like cleaning offices as like a side job. So they did it as like a post on the official TLC website where it was like Jasmine has a side job. She's cleaning offices and here's some photos and like blah blah blah. So TLC's literally doing like propaganda for like Jasmine's bullshit as her like side job. So that kind of annoyed me that they're like propping her up to that extent.
I mean, she right now she's their golden goose.
Yeah.
She's their golden goose, and that's what they're banking on because they saw that she has, following, and that she has
Hmm.
people that love her and whatever. So they remember they cleaned up her act as much as they could. They shit it all over Gino.
Hmm.
So they're keeping her and they're shelving her for something else. She's on Pillow Talk, which I find repulsive. I don't even watch the show anymore, to be honest. I don't.
Hmm.
And they have her on Pillow Talk, but she's coming back for something else. She's coming back. She's going to be on our screens because right now she's the front runner. And Gino is another front runner for them too, because
Hmm.
as dumb as he may seem and, whatever, people still have sympathy for him and they want him to find love and they this, but he's really, like him and her together, they're
Hmm.
right now they're TLC's front runners.
Yeah, they're like the golden
Yeah,
children,
they're
right?
the front runners because they're using Gino as the aloof type of, oh, poor Gino, poor Gino, poor Gino, and he keeps
Hmm.
on acting the way he acts, and people still feel sympathy, and they're like, oh,
Hmm.
I want Gino to find love, I want Gino to be happy because that evil devil of everything she
Yeah.
did. So it's like the
Yeah.
the
No,
two
yeah, like
sides of the coin.
You sorry to be random, but did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah, they're treating Jasmine like she's fucking Jon Snow of the show. You know what I mean?
I don't think that. I think they're treating her more
Like a Khaleesi or some
like the
shit.
Khaleesi
Yeah, they're
right
treating her
now.
like she's
She's their
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Gino is their Jon Snow.
Yeah, Gino is Jon Snow and
And
Jasmine is
she's the
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi. She's the mother of dragons right now until they find another mother of dragons. And we
Yeah.
have a lot of those uh biting for her
Venomous
position.
dragons, yeah.
Yeah, they're biting for that position that are ripping through these seasons trying to get that notoriety.
Notoriety, yeah.
Yeah, notoriety. You got Sophie breaking necks over there. Then you had Manon over there doing her
Hmm.
thing. Everybody's biting for that part.
Yeah,
So
everyone's trying to be the next
everybody's trying
mother
to
of
be the next,
dragons.
yeah, the next mother of dragons. But they still haven't replaced Cersei. And being a Game of Thrones diehard fan, I think Cersei was the baddest bitch on the whole show.
True. So
So,
yeah, but either way, they're kissing Jasmine's fucking
oh yeah,
twat.
yeah, but yeah. Right now, Jasmine is the it girl.
They're licking her taint.
Yeah, right now, Jasmine is the it girl.
Yeah, she's the it girl, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so she took her kid to a concert when the kid is like barely 1 years old, and I think it was inappropriate. She needs like,
Let me tell you, as soon as that little girl says her first couple words, she's gonna be on the show.
well, her first words are probably gonna be Jasmine's a cunt. Or wait, is that 3 words? My bad.
Man, no, she's I hate Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as the little girl is able, they're gonna throw her on the show too.
Yeah, as soon as
Mhm.
the kid, yeah, I think like
She'll
Jasmine's
put
like,
her in toddlers and tiaras.
yeah, like I think I know Jasmine, she did the clickbait, which is like, there's gonna be twins in my family, but it ended up being like Matt's sister. But I
Yeah.
bet you Jasmine did want twins because then she could put them in show business so they could work twice as long.
No, she's gonna drain them dry. She's gonna drain that child dry. The other ones that she supposedly is trying to bring over to America, but somebody reported her for fraud, and so they're trying to blame Gino for that
Mhm.
now. That Gino was the one that reported her for fraud, all that shit. But in reality, we know that Jasmine never had intentions of bringing those kids here. They would totally fuck up her game, you know.
Yeah,
So
and yeah, she doesn't even have full custody of them
they
anyway.
don't
So
have full custody. That will throw a monkey wrench in the program for her. She won't be able to be on lives and do all the shit she does with Matt and her new baby, which I think it goes
Mhm.
deeper than that because she's always talking about how the baby is blue eyes and her blue eyes and her blonde hair and her blue eyes when the other kids are not. So I kind of feel like yeah, she's
Yeah,
full of shit.
she parades the like blonde hair, blue eyed
The
baby, and then
blonde hair, blue eyed baby.
then she calls her Afro Latina.
Afro Latina, and the girl looks like
Looks fucking like Snow
she looks
White and shit.
German. She's so white with blue eyes. She looks like German, like
Yeah, she looks like fucking
Swedish.
like Aryan and shit.
Yeah, she almost looks
Yeah.
Aryan.
Yeah, she's Aryan, and
Sometimes,
then
yeah, you know what I say. Sometimes I think some of those pictures of the baby, they gotta be AI altered because the
Mhm.
child has zero characteristics of the mother and looks like exactly like the father. I
Mhm.
mean, has anybody that seen that child in real life can attest to that she looks exactly like she looks on the pictures that she posts?
I don't know, but
That
apparently,
that brings you to question.
mhm. But apparently she's also she's also a painter or whatever.
No, no, she's Picasso right now. She's Picasso.
She's like
She'll paint the
she's
Da Vinci, the Da
She's gonna do the
Vinci.
Sistine
She's Da Vinci.
Chapel.
yeah, she's Oshkosh Bagosh Picasso.
She probably already signed her up to do catalogs for, a bunch of different places and stuff like that, because she sees the
Mhm.
financial gain, and I feel bad for the child because she's going to be exploited by her mother.
Yeah, that's a meal ticket.
That's a meal
So,
ticket.
anyway, that's Jasmine bullshit. Okay, so as far as like, then we have some like quick ticket items, meaning they're not like they're not worthy of like a long conversation because they're just like bullet point or they're like headlines.
Yeah, we usually talk about her, but it's just to dump on her, not to say anything positive. We've never said anything positive about Jasmine in this podcast.
True.
Mm-mm.
So, but anyway, let's move on. So anyway, there's some other topics, but like I said, these are like quick ticket items. So, let's see. So David, which is the deaf guy, which is David Dangerfield, he broke up with his like New York City girlfriend, which I assume was just a fan of the show and they met once and that was about it.
I don't know who David Dangerfield
You
is.
don't know the guy that was a
The deaf guy.
Who? Oh, damn.
the
I never
deaf
knew
guy.
his last name. David from David and Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila's David. Yeah, he had
Yeah,
some like girlfriend for like a couple of weeks, like, and he met with her in New York City, but they broke up. But I think it's just probably like a fan that was in New York and they like met, and that's about it.
because people are catching on to the fact that you grab onto somebody that's been on the show that's in good standing, and you can propel your career into television overnight.
I don't know, but that was
Like if
that.
I
It's
wasn't married and
you
Tyray
would
was on the
date
show,
David
I,
Dangerfield.
I would try to hook up with Tyray right now.
Yeah, well, you'd be internet famous. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. And then I'll get back on 90 Day franchise and they'll be like, oh, Tyray. And then not only that, I'll go back to DR to my mama house and I'll say I live there. And then Tyray met me there because I was
And
on a
then,
student
well,
visa.
And
and then you're,
Captain wouldn't leave Tyray in an empty
I
bar.
would
well,
leave him in
then,
no bars. I'd be like,
Ah,
oh, I'm on a student visa. And
well, then
Tyray
also
came to
you're
DR and met me.
also since Captain is like the meme queen, she's very witty. Then she could do pillow talk with Tyray, and then with her funny commentary.
and she
Yeah.
should be doing her own memes of
I'll be
herself. Like,
making memes of
oh,
myself all day. Speaking of memes, I fucking had the worst time trying to gift Love After Lockup today because somebody in the freaking Twitterverse changed the gift settings. So
Mhm.
now when you go to gifts, it doesn't let you choose. You got to type in what you want. So it doesn't let you choose from the categories they have. You got to type
Mhm.
in, and then when it comes up, it's like a jumbled up of every. It's the worst thing in the world. And if you're trying to scroll, like you pick a topic, for example, let's say laughing out loud, and you put
Mhm.
that in, and you start scrolling up to see all the laughing out loud memes, looking for one. If your fingers on it too long, it automatically puts it on your post. So now you don't want that post. You got to start all over again. I want to punch somebody in the face so hard for that.
Captain, remember the last time you wanted to punch somebody in the face? You almost got blocked off of Twitter. Don't be
Oh
saying
yeah,
that.
I know. I,
Well,
but it's stupid. Like, why would you
Twitter.
change something that's not broken?
I don't know, but Twitter's kind of. I still use it as a live tweet, but Twitter's kind of ass. Let's be real.
And you know why I use it to live tweet because you know what you already like this is like Cheers for me. They already know my name here when I
No,
walk
no,
in
no, no. It's good for live tweeting,
for live tweeting.
but like I literally just live tweet, but then I screenshot my good tweets and put it on Instagram.
Yeah, when I
Twitter is Captain's domain.
yeah no when I have a post that reaches up to 200 or surpasses 300, then I'll
Mhm.
post it onto Instagram.
Yeah,
But by the time I get to Instagram with my post has been on Instagram for days now without me even knowing it.
yeah. I post some of Captain stuff.
I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. If like I was saying, if I was a podcaster or if I had a show or if I relied on this stuff, it would matter to me.
Mhm.
But right now, it does. I don't care. I can post. People message me from Facebook. Oh, somebody posted your same meme here. Oh, somebody
Mhm.
posted your same tweet here on Reddit, whatever. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't even care about that stuff, you
You know
know?
what? Some of those other pages that I don't follow, sometimes it'll appear on my Facebook. I'm like, look at Captain. They're actually
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
cropped in it. They're giving her like your
yeah.
name shows up on
No, yeah.
Twitter. They do that.
Sometimes they give me my flowers. Sometimes they
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah.
there was a one guy, I'm not gonna name him, but like he would take your tweet, but then he would like crop your like top of your name off and shit. So it
Yeah,
was just the bottom of the tweet that you didn't know who wrote it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's like that all around. I mean, if Shabooty, you have a lot more of reach on Insta and Facebook than I do, whatever. I don't have
Mhm.
a problem with you seeing what I've done and
Yeah, then I
creating
always
it.
I'll tag you and I'll say
No,
credit.
no, exactly. I don't care about things like that. That's just I
Yeah.
just do it in the moment to laugh and make people laugh. I don't care about having credit for none of that shit. I'm not getting paid for it, so I don't care. But people are always telling me, "Oh, I saw your
Mhm.
shit all over Reddit. Oh, this person is, and I'm like, I don't care.
Mhm.
I can't believe I got the amount of followers I got.
No, I remember like in the early, like, as a 90 Day Fiance blogger, like a lot of times what would happen is like a lot of times I'll get DMs about like other bloggers. So what happens a lot of times is like you would get DMs where people try to like instigate fights between you and other bloggers. And like before I would kind of like I would basically fall into the trap of like when people DM you shit, a lot of times it's like to instigate a fight. And in the past, I'd fall into that trap and then I'd fight with the bloggers and shit. And nowadays, like you can't really instigate a fight out of me now, just like ignore most of the shit. But before I would fight with bloggers, but now I don't even give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I know. I don't fall into that shit because by not falling into it, we're saying we have a life outside of this. This is
Mm,
just something we're passing time. Now, a lot of people get me fucked up and they start going back and forth with me. And I'm like, you know what? They don't know that I'm unemployed. I got nothing but time on my hands.
hmm.
And then they eventually opt out when they come for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a big deal. I do it to pass the time and I do it for fun because I like it. I don't do it for credibility or financial gain.
True. Well, if you like build up your Instagram or build up your Facebook, because then you can be like monetized and
I
shit.
don't even
And you
have
get
Facebook.
paid.
I don't even have Facebook. I
Okay, well,
opened you guys bullied me into getting
well,
Instagram.
Exactly. How long did it take for
You
Captain to
guys
get
bullied me
Insta?
for almost a year to get Instagram.
like build up your Instagram. Well, so Twitter is fucking trash, but build up your Instagram and try to get like, and then you can get monetized, and you'll probably make like $100 or something a month or some shit.
Yeah, I gotta look into these things. You guys gotta talk me through it. Remember, I'm a dinosaur. I'm Gen X, so I'm a dinosaur. I can
Sure.
barely figure out how to. I just learned how to find my phone around the house with my watch. So my
Mhm.
husband told me if you don't know where you left your phone and you have your watch on, we're in the house. You press
Wait,
this button and it'll beep,
hold
and
on a
then you.
second. But don't you have a home phone or you just have a cell phone?
No, no, landlines are obsolete.
Yeah, you just have
Gina.
a cell phone.
Well, yeah, I
Gina,
have a cell phone.
landlines are obsolete.
Listen, my parents
They're
are
like
old school, so
so 18. They're so 1989, Gina. No, not 1999. 1999. People stopped using landlines.
well,
Anyway,
my parents have landlines,
okay,
but they're
but
older of an older generation, so
exactly.
that's why.
They need landlines because they have the life support bracelets that like I fall and I can't get up type thing.
You know?
So
Well, I don't think that actually requires a landline, but anyway.
anyway, yeah. But I'm saying there's people who do have landlines. I don't have a
Mm,
landline because of internet. My husband,
yeah.
he says, well, internet, you don't need that. You just need your phone.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I just learned how to get my phone to find my watch to find my phone.
Mm, true. Okay,
And
I
now
think
I do, and now I leave it real weird places, and then I use my phone. And I hear the beep.
mm. Okay, let's just finish up the show. Okay, so quick items, which is David, the dude that is with Annie on Pillow Talk. He met up with Dylan in Thailand. Did you see that photo?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not really like a huge topic. It's just they met and they pretended like they accidentally met in the like toothpaste aisle in Thailand. And I'm like, bullshit. Y'all
Listen,
plan to meet.
Dylan is gonna find his way into this franchise no matter what he got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He don't care what you gotta do. The patty cakes, papaya girl, it might not be his entrance. She helped introduce him, but
Mhm.
he's looking for Hunt for Love or Single Life. He's looking for something in that area.
Yeah, I could
That's
see
why he
him
keep
being I could see him being a horny guy on like Hunt for
yeah,
Love or something.
that's why he's building up his body and his physique for Hunt for Love.
Hmm.
First Hunt for Love and probably then Single Life. But definitely Hump and
True.
Love because it's a tropical island where you get to show off your body all day.
True. I don't disagree with you. Okay, so there's that, and then there was Colty's girlfriend broke her hand. I don't know if anyone even knows who Colty's
We
girlfriend
don't
is.
know nothing about Colty. And after seeing him in that bikini, I don't even want to think about Colty because it brings that image back into my mind.
Mm. Well, anyway, the girlfriend slammed her door and slammed her hand in a door. That's how she broke her hand.
Which is this? Okay, so Courtney's not his girlfriend. He has another girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian chick.
See, this is the problem with TLC, Shabooty. Right now, we're watching a season of Single Life where Courtney and Colt are supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But on
Yeah.
social media, Colt has something else completely going on.
Well, even the show on Single Life, they flashed to Diana. They showed her photo on there, which is obviously they're probably going to film with her. But yeah, you're right. But I already,
It throws everything into a fucking chaotic loop. Like, what the
it's
fuck
just
are we
no, yeah, it
watching?
just makes it kind of like moot or like pointless.
Yeah, you're asking yourself like, oh, but who's this? Oh, but this person, this person, because these people they film so many months in advance, and then the cast members start going on social media and posting way different stuff to what
Mhm.
they just filmed. Now we're stuck with watching something that is a farce because you already came out on social media and said this is not going on. So we're watching lies.
Well, yeah, and I spilled the whole Colty is with Courtney in Florida at the parents' house rehabbing. I spilled that tea like almost a year ago or some shit.
You've been spilled that shit.
Yeah.
You've been on top of that way before this season even started.
Yeah, so yeah, it's all like moot or like pointless. But anyway, yeah, he's with the Brazilian girlfriend and she broke her hand. But I'm friends with her on social media. So shout out to Diana. Hope your hand heals okay.
A Brazilian chick that Colty is stalking. So that means that Colty is gonna be on our screens longer than we suspected. So now we have the Golden Children, Gino, Jasmine, Colty,
Hmm.
Jamal, and his mother.
Hmm.
Those are the Golden Children going forward. There's a couple other ones. I think Sophie might be and seeing Brandon's wife Julia at a resort for single ladies while she's pregnant and has nothing to
Hmm.
do. That's kind of like a weird add-in. Like you couldn't find nobody else to chill with Sophie at the resort.
Yeah, I don't know. They always crowbar in people that like the more we hate someone, the more they'll have them on.
I don't
So,
think it's hate. I think that they they got these contracts that they gotta fulfill, and they're trying to jam these people in wherever because they gave them. I think this whole problem with TLC started during the COVID pandemic. I think that
uh-huh.
they gave a lot of these folks contracts thinking that the pandemic wasn't going to end or whatever they were going to film, and the pandemic contracts tied them into a bunch of seasons and stuff that because there's no reason Kim should be on my screen on the Single Life.
Well, but you're acting like no, but they're in charge of the contracts, and the contracts don't even cost them that much money. So to keep someone under contract barely costs them anything. So it's up to even if somebody's under contract, like I think you're like let's say it was like real show business, like with real like celebrities and real actors, right? So let's say you have someone under like a three picture deal, like Adam Sandler. We're gonna sign you your Netflix, and you sign Adam Sandler under a three picture deal contract, right? So Adam Sandler, we have you under contract. You're gonna do three films for us, and we're gonna pay you like $30 million because you're under contract. Like that's a real contract for a real celebrity that's real talented to do real work, and it's $30 million. Like that's a real contract.
Okay,
But
but
let me finish. The fucking TLC contract, like they'll pay them like $1,000, and they're under contract for the next year. So whether they use them for the next year, literally,
look
it's
at
like
the
a
people you're
thousand
talking
dollars.
about. But look at the
No,
people that you're
no, I'm
talking
just saying.
about.
Let me spend a little bit. Do you understand my point though? Is like my point is like whether they're under contract, and let's say there's someone under contract for $1,000 or whatever, and they don't use them for the next year. Like if they lose $1,000, who gives a fuck? So whether they're under contract or not, like they're not like forced to like use them because they're under contract. Them being under contract just means they're not going to be on another TV channel. So that's like the whole point of it. They want them under contract so they're not on like ETV or whatever or NBC.
Okay.
That's the main point of being under contract. It's not because to use them. It's so Peacock doesn't poach Yara or whatever. That's the whole point. Otherwise, it doesn't really fucking matter because they're not like some mega talent. It's not like they're Adam Sandler that they're going to make him film a movie and you're going to make $30 million. So the
Okay, but
contract,
what I'm
you know what
saying
I'm
is,
saying?
yes, and I understand exactly. But what I'm saying is, they have these simple-minded influencers under contract to the point where you don't have to work with any other network but us, and we promise to put you on another spin-off of the show, maybe in another season, whether it's Diaries. We're gonna broadcast you on another show, but you're gonna be on contract here because you seem to be a fan favorite or the fans like you, whatever. So they locked them in. There's no reason I should be watching Kim on Pillow Talk, Kim on the Single Life, Kim on the other Pillow Talk there's people that are just repetitive.
Yeah.
Like there's no escaping them. They're overexposing these people, and that's why the public is taking such an annoyance to these characters because they're overexposed. You watch them on 5 different variations of the show, and then they throw them on a 6th one, and you're like, I'm tired of seeing this fucking person, and now you hate that person that you originally liked.
Yeah, it's like, and again, I have nothing against like Jamal or something, but yeah, it's like somebody like Jamal where it's like they turn a career, they turn their career into being on Pillow Talk, into being on whatever spinoff. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, and like the
I
producers.
feel, you know what, in the depths, in the bottom of my heart, I feel responsible for Jamal's fame because I remember when she first introduced Jamal, I was
Yeah,
one
you
of the
said
first.
he was all cute and stuff or whatever.
I
I
was
was
one of
like,
the first ones that started up bringing. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god, he's so fine. Oh my god. And then everybody started jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, he's so hot. He's so cute. He's so fine. And next thing I know,
You started this shenanigan fan club.
I hate myself. I want to cut my head off for that because now I created a monster. But that's the same thing with Veronica and Tim. Veronica was never on the show, but she rode Tim's coattails all the way. And we will never get her off of our screen. Never.
by the way, Gina, did you send me like 46 reviews or some shit?
Yeah, we can do half today and we can do another
I mean,
half.
no, well, we have to go because remember last time we did like all of them and it was like a classic episode or some shit.
Well, you can be the judge of that, right? So
But is it
there's
one?
no,
Is it one club or 2 clubs?
it's one club.
Well, we know we have, even though based on precedent, we have to go through all of them.
Okay, if you feel that we need to end it, we can end it. If you're like, okay, this is not as good as I anticipated.
True, yeah. JLP, we have 46 reviews to go through. Ready?
Okay, I'm gonna just say 46 reviews sounds a lot. But what I'm saying is if you see that, like, you can just look through some of the reviews are not worth reading, then you could just skip them. But anyway, please don't ask me to guess the city because I'm the state because I'm gonna guess the city.
You're gonna guess like
I'm gonna guess the city. I'm not gonna guess the state, but I'm gonna be close. I'm gonna be close.
By the way, I need to use the restroom. What should I do? What should I do? No way. It's not a Lisa situation. I can tell you that.
No, but you know, I mean, this is TLC's 90 Day Fiance franchise.
Anything goes.
Podcast.
Anything goes.
We're gonna watch.
Yeah,
exactly. We're about to watch an episode of a woman shitting the bed and shitting all over her man. You can go to the bathroom and pee and talk at the same time. We've heard water. We've heard water drip before.
Hold on. Let me see if Lana's around. Lana.
Yeah, do Lana. Lana could fill in the air.
Lana could fill in the dead air. Lana, are you there? Lana, you're being called upon by Shabooty.
You're being summoned.
You're being summoned. She's probably like busy or something. Hold on. Anyone want to talk?
Captain and I can fill.
She's here. Okay. She's here. Lana's here.
Lana, unmute yourself. Let's see, Lana.
Hello.
Hey, Lana.
Hey,
Hey,
Lana.
Lana.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Lana. Lana, I'm gonna. Don't worry, it won't take me long. It'll take me like a minute. But you talk with Captain and JLP, and I'll be right back.
All right, sounds
Gee, and
good.
I'm just like a fucking fucking wall. You talk to Captain and JLP, all right, Lana? Okay,
I
then.
Lana,
meant
tell us one of your good
Sorry, I
stories.
meant talk to Gina and JLP and Captain. Wait, that's the same person.
Lana, tell us one of your good stories.
Well, I'm trying to think of anything good going on. It's been so goddamn boring.
Oh,
It's just
no.
been, my job has been absolutely boring.
There hasn't been horror stories yet.
No horror stories, nothing besides the husband catching the wife.
Oh,
Besides the
that's
husband doing what to the wife?
yeah, he
I
caught
meant
her
the wife
cheating.
catching the husband, excuse me,
Oh.
the wife catching the husband.
Oh, that was the last story you
Yeah,
told
that
us.
was the last story
Exactly.
of the Lana Chronicles.
Yes, that was probably about the last I've seen that was really good, like really interesting and good. Now
Tell us
it's like
tell us a
up in our
past
mountains,
story.
we have a lot of our properties up in our mountains. So the most exciting things going on now is like cleaners are getting stuck in the cabins because there's bears outside everywhere.
Real bears?
Yes, real
That's not
bears.
even fun.
No, I don't. These cleaners go up to the mountains every day for those properties because they get bank for going up there. They'll get
Yeah.
$300 a unit.
Well, because it's gas
What?
and then
Where,
the
where is
cleaning.
that? Where is that, Lana? Where is that?
Up in the Sierra foothills, up in
I
our mountains, up going towards Yosemite.
I
like
like
near, like outside of Fresno.
Exactly.
California.
Like me, I can go on a street that's up from me. It's called Ashland. I could be driving down Ashland going east, and I could see all of our mountains. Just beautiful snow everywhere.
I gotta say, California is one of the most beautiful states that I visited.
It really is.
I was in San Bernardino County for about 6 months, and you can see the mountains with the snow
Yes.
from where I was
Captain,
staying.
you haven't been here yet, and I've sent some pictures in the group chat. You haven't been to my side of the
Gina,
world yet.
I have a special surprise for you, Gina. Guess
Uh-oh.
where I'm going in August?
Vancouver.
Portugal.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah.
you don't sound so excited about me going to Portugal.
No, I'm very happy that you're going to Portugal, Captain. Just try not to get arrested from the police officers because they're even
Well,
finer
there's
than.
two options. My 2
Mhm.
options are Portugal or Turkey.
Those
Oh,
both of
Turkey's another
Gina's
place I want to
favorites.
go.
Those are two options that I was given, Portugal or Turkey. The original option was Finland, but we
Ew.
realized that it's cold in Finland, so
Mm.
we
Yeah,
don't
no.
like the cold. So we're looking for a
Okay.
warm place. So
Well,
Portugal or
Gina
Turkey.
loves Turkish men.
I do.
I watch all those Turkish soap operas like Gina, and I gotta tell you, the two Turkish men that TLC featured in their last series were not what Turkish
No.
men look like.
No,
Mm.
no, no.
Yeah.
They
look
don't.
like Mert from Love
They don't all
Island.
look like a beer can.
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. Or they don't look like, even though Sharper tries to portray like the Turkish soap opera series tough guy with the grayish in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they say the gray in the front means like
Oh,
you're in a high
like
position.
the streak.
Yeah,
or whatever.
the gray
Yeah.
streak is like you're in a high position. You're like a big
Like you're
top
high
dog.
profile.
Yeah, you're a
Like
top
you're a
dog.
CEO or some shit.
Yeah, you're like a top dog if you have that gray streak.
If you go to if it's already booked and you're going to Portugal
We
in
haven't
August,
booked yet. We haven't booked yet.
like just
Those
let
are
me
our options.
know. Just let me know.
I'm gonna definitely
And
let
like
you know, so you can
just
tell
be
me where the
like,
good
yo, I
spots
need
are.
some spots. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
I need whatever beach, and just know that liquor is cheaper than water there. So, Captain, by all
Oh,
means, do
Jesus,
not
my
get.
liver is like, well, it's three of us that are going, and the first one had opted to go to Finland, and we were like, Finland, the fuck out of here, it's cold over there.
But you gotta go to Vancouver as well.
I have to go to Canada before I die.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Canada.
Yeah. No, Vancouver's like. Well, like, by the way, Gina, what's the name of the mountain range like in the background of Vancouver?
It's grouse and cypress.
Okay, yeah, like the
And
mountain
then
range.
if you drive further up, like north, you'll have like Whistler Blackcomb and like Whistler
Mhm.
Blackcomb, where the 2010 Olympics were.
True. Well, okay, well, if you're in like Burnaby or Vancouver, you'll see grouse, you said?
Grouse Mountain. There's also Burnaby Mountain too. There's Burnaby
Okay.
Mountain
Well,
like at SFU.
either way, like if you go to Vancouver, like the mountains in the background, it looks like a painting. Like it doesn't look real because it's so pretty.
I went to the closest I've gotten to Canada is Niagara Falls.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's like nothing compared to
I know,
Vancouver.
and
Yeah.
Canada has always been one of my bucket lists places to go. I've heard so many great things about Canada, and I want
Oh,
to go
I'm
stay.
so happy Shabooty's like promoting my city because it's like,
I have if
yay!
I am gonna look forward to it. But my traveling companions have chosen three. Well, we already shut down Finland, so we have Turkey and Portugal left.
Yeah, and then whenever y'all want to do like a New York City meetup, let me know because I'm all about the Excella train. I get there in like 3 hours.
Well, I told everybody in our group chat I'm going to Vegas in July, so
True. Well,
yay!
to our loyal listeners, if you want to meet Gina in Vegas in July, hit her up.
Yeah, Gina and Cocco.
True.
All right, should we get to the strip club
Yeah,
reviews?
we have
Because
like
it's
40,
part
we have like
two.
45 reviews or something.
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's
Rapid
go.
fire. Let's
And
go.
it's 1 a.m. and we have 45
Let's
reviews. You got to
go. My
get
whiskey
your
hitting.
get your
My,
bingo
oh Lord,
get
My
your
whiskey,
whiskey's
bingo
my
hitting.
whiskey hitting.
get your bingo cards ready or some shit. Okay, hold on, let me see.
Let's guess the state.
Okay, let's see. Give me 1 millisecond. Okay, well, the name of the club is called Daisy Dukes, but Dooks. Daisy Dukes. Do you want clue? I don't know. I got to give you clues, right?
No,
Daisy
let her
Dukes.
guess
I
first.
associate Daisy Dukes with the Dukes of Hazzard, and that was like Texas. No.
Maybe, but this club is not in Texas.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue. It's like in one of those like corn. Okay, I'll give you a clue. It's not Nebraska, but it's probably close to Nebraska. It's one of those like corn states, like corn fields. But it's not.
Idaho. Idaho.
No, but I'm sure it's probably close. I don't know.
I'm gonna guess one more. Corn. Place next to Nebraska. God damn it. Iowa.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Do you want to guess
They
the
got
city?
strip clubs in Iowa.
Do you want to guess the city?
Mm,
Oh, good luck with that. We'll be here till
mm.
Sunday.
Yeah, fuck that.
Should I just tell you?
I'm, I'm lucky I got the fucking state.
Do you want? Should I just tell you this city?
Yeah,
It's a Davenport.
that sounds like a city in Florida, Davenport.
Davenport, Iowa.
Yeah, because we've heard of that, Shabooty.
Okay, you ready for the reviews?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have like 45 or some shit. I don't know. All right,
Go
here you go. So
crazy, go crazy.
I'll read the one. If it's like a one sentence review that I don't think is funny, I'll just like buzz through to the next one because it probably doesn't need commentary. Anyway, okay, this is from Amanda. It says Daisy Dukes needs to hire some hot girls like Soko. I don't know who Soko is. Derek says, "Why did I get crabs from a lap dance? If you have your bingo card with the STD, you just got crabs, right?"
Yep.
Captain, you there? I don't hear Captain. Hold
I
on.
don't either.
I'm looking for my bingo card. Hold on.
Okay.
Why are you playing the bingo card?
Oh, I'm not playing the bingo card? Okay. Go ahead, everybody.
Oh wait, Amberlee posted the link in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know. It doesn't really. Oh, okay. I guess you have to hit generate card.
Okay. So crabs in the bingo card. So that's considered an STD.
STD. Yeah. So I don't know if we have the same card. I clicked on your link Amberlee. I don't know if it makes everyone's card the same or different, but SCD is under G on the bingo card, G2. Anyway, let me keep reading. Y'all worry about bingo. I'll read the reviews.
Uh-huh.
It's not the
Okay.
same. It will alternate different, by the way.
Okay. All right. Julia says Safari will take you on a wild, hot, and exotic safari ride. Perfect stage name for her. 1 star. Michael says, I came in from out of town and the girls were rude and largely unattractive. There were a few okay ones, very disappointing. 2 stars. Um, Adam says, this place looks like a zoo. What's up with all the half-ass tit jobs? 1 star. Clint says, I know Tony very well. He's a dick-sucking bitch. I don't know who Tony is, but there's some gay antics.
But we'll put Tony as manager on the side. Like maybe Tony is gonna turn out to be the manager.
No, suck some dick. Twinkie says, Damon did gay porn? Question mark. Funny, because I did it with him. 1 star. Damon must be a manager too.
Yeah, we gotta log those into manager shit. Because
Yeah.
it's 45. It's 45 reviews. One of them might turn out to be the manager of this shit.
Mhm. Okay, this is from Billy Joe Bob. It says, I really enjoy your silver tubs for spitting, chewing tobacco in. Pretty classy place for us farm boys. 1 star. So let's break that down. So
They,
apparently they have like silver tubs where you could
they
spit
got
your chewing tobacco.
spittoons. They got spittoons in a fucking strip joint. That's disgusting. Burn it
Yeah.
down. Burn it all down.
That's some Iowa shit.
That's the countryest, nastiest shit that I've ever seen. Men chewing tobacco and just spitting it in a spittoon in a can or some shit. That's disgusting. I'd rather smoke a cigarette.
True. This is from Big Daddy. He says, the worst club in the state of Iowa. Your dancers should take dance lessons. 1 star. Sarah says, I worked at Duke's and all Damon wants is for us to be whores for him and his staff. 1 star. So Damon is definitely the manager or whatever
Well,
owner.
let's put down Damon as the manager or managerial staff, and
Mhm.
anything that goes directed at Damon is considered manager discourse, whatever.
True. Okay, so let's see. Next review. It says from Mexico. I'm sorry, my ladies are burnouts. 1 star. This is from Tim. It says, "What's up with all the ugly?" Oh, wait, sorry. What's up with all the ugly girl dukes is really on the way downhill. 1 star. Ken says, "Why is it your ladies lied to me about how much private dances cost? I will never come back. You need to have a talk with your girls." 1 star. Worse says, I stay with my line, quote, low quality, 1 star. Jersey says, I've seen all they got, and I must say, I'll pass, 1 star. Randy says, I went in for 15 minutes not too long ago and was not impressed with the atmosphere and the attitude of the girls here, 1 star. Rick fucking Ross says, oh, wait, he for warning, he uses the F word, which is a derogatory term for gay dudes. So Rick Effin Ross says, nothing but truck sluts and a F word ass staff. Now what? 1 star.
But we can still direct that to the manager being the F word because
Yeah.
okay, so the manager is the F word.
Oh, and there's another reference to a manager. Tony, aka Damon's bitch. Damon is the manager. It says
Oh,
this club sucks more dick than me, and that's a lot. 1 star. So Damon's bitch, Tony, said this club sucks more dick than me, and that's a lot. So yeah, Damon has a lot of gay dudes that are his bitch.
Damon is not Damon is getting dragged right now.
Hmm Damon is the star of the review so far. This one says the cashier was hotter than most of the dancers, 2 stars. And I think we got through our first 20 reviews already.
That's great. We're doing good.
That was quick. Yeah.
True. Okay.
You better hurry up before this last whiskey.
True. Okay, this is from Dave. It says nothing but truck stop whores, 1 star. And not to be confused with Dave Daniels. Jake says, what's with the big girls? Duke's never had fatties like this, 1 star.
Is that on our bingo card, fatties?
I don't know. Let me check my
That is on our bingo card.
True. Okay, Darren says, why is it I go to Duke, sit there for 3 hours and not one girl comes to me? 1 star.
Well, that's a him problem.
She probably looks broke. Harvey says, tell your guy, yes, I fucked his woman while he was at work there at the club. If your staff didn't date dancers, I wouldn't fuck them. So he knows who he is. And when he got home from work and kissed his girl, he was so sucking my dick. Salty, I'm sure she swallows. Check my phone. I have the pictures. 1 star.
God damn. He hates the manager of that club.
That was a very loaded review. No pun intended.
It was. He blew his load.
I know, right? He was like, yeah, you tasted
He
my
blew
dick
his
when you
he
kissed
blew
the
his
girl.
load on that review.
Well, wouldn't it count as a blow job?
No, he blew his load. So nobody.
I know that, but on the bingo card there's blow job.
Technically, there's a technicality. Let me throw a flag on the field. He did say his girls tasted his dick, so the blowjob was involved. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay, this is from Kirk. It says, too many Daisy don'ts. You do not have to be a hater in order to give constructive comments. 2 stars. Rob says, this place should close when Safari and Destiny go on vacation. Steve says, the club needs some hot girls. I mean, really hot. Not with black lights. 1 star. Duke Shatter says, this club sucks. People are rude. Their amateur night is a joke. They have strippers posing as amateurs and other strippers voting for them. It sucks for the amateurs who are hot and have the guts to get up there one night. Oh, and the bouncer is a FAG. I assume, what was the name of the guy? Darren?
Well, he's not Darren's not the bouncer. Darren's the manager.
Well, maybe he's like the manager / bouncer.
No, the manager and the bouncer are the same person.
Okay, Hank says don't get AIDS. 1 star.
Okay, so that counts as STD.
AIDS on the bingo card?
STD.
Okay, STD. Okay. Theo says, I've had a lot better time on Thursdays with your shitty fights stopping the ladies. 1 star. Adam Rod says, my girlfriend is hotter than 95% of the strippers, and it was $40 for a 10-minute private dance. And I told the stripper I'll pay $35 for a private dance. She said, okay, just tip me the 15 and I'll do the 10 minutes. She did 1 song, said thanks for the tip. Then when I complained about it, I got kicked the fuck out of Daisy Dukes. Straight ripped me off. Keep in mind, I was sober the whole time. 1 star.
Okay, we have some thievery here. So somebody felt robbed. So I think
lap dance overpriced. Lap dance overpriced.
Overpriced lap dance, and we have robbery
and thrown out.
And we have thrown out. So we have a bunch there. We have a bunch there.
True. Okay, this is Destiny's daddy. It says, your bitches are all crack whores. 1 star.
We definitely got
another one. We got
another one. Crack whores.
Oh yeah, cracked out. That's also works. Cracked out crack whores. That's another one. This is from Gay Ass Tony. It says, my club really blows. I need some drugs. That way I can trade them for sex with my truck stop hookers I call dancers. 1 star.
Mm, I don't know. That one seems kind of loaded. There's
Mm,
there's a lot to be unpacked there. Should we just put him in category him in drugs? I don't know.
I don't know, but the next review is from Matt. It says, I'm not impressed with your shithole. 1 star.
Okay. Yeah, Matt didn't impress us. We're still trying to decipher the last post.
This is from Gross. It says, truck stop Daisy Dukes equals trash. 1 star. Al Snow says, last comment did not include crack whores. Do not try to leave some. Do not try to leave some of the classier strippers out. 1 star. So yeah, crack whores is on. I'm
So
sure
we
it's
have
somewhere
crack
on the
whores
bingo card.
again. We have junkie crack whores, so that qualifies.
Okay, this is from Devin. It says, someone arrested for selling coke. Why would you want to go to a strip club like that? 1 star.
What? Those are the
So
best
anyway,
strip clubs where they sell coke.
mhm. This is from Ronnie. It says, so how much per hour for in the back room? I heard your girl can suck a golf ball through a straw. 1 star.
Whoa. Whoa.
Tori from Soko says, you're all fucking hookers. 1 star. Frank Young says, why is it girls never come up to you in the club? I was there for 2 hours and nothing. I understand your girls have boyfriends, but fuck, I paid a high cover just to walk in the door. Bullshit. 1 star.
Yeah, it seems like he was scammed because, I mean, you go to a strip club and the strippers have boyfriends. That doesn't compute.
Hmm. Okay, we're down to like the last 8, I think.
Okay.
Um, this one from Peter. It says, I enjoyed myself. I had a boner all night for 3 stars.
He had a boner.
Oh,
What?
well, 3 stars is on the bingo card.
Yeah, three
Yes, it
star.
So
is.
three
Yeah,
stars is
that's what
bingo.
I was gonna say. A boner with 3 stars. That's definitely on the card.
True. Okay, this is from Trucker Dave. It says, not bad for a truck stop. 1 star. From your daddy, it says, what a joke. Not a strip club. It looks like a drug house. 1 star.
We didn't have trap house on our bingo card.
Well,
No.
it's a drug house, but yeah, same
Yeah,
difference.
we didn't have a drug house. We had drug dealers or
Mhm.
drugged out
Okay,
strippers.
We had cracked out.
this is from
Yeah,
gay
crack.
this is from gay ass Tony. It says, you're a fucking pussy hiding behind Damon's nutsack. 1 star. So there's a lot of Tony and Damon and a lot of gay shit.
I had to mute myself because somebody's determined to drag Damon.
Yeah, Damon's getting dragged and Tony's getting dragged.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Ryan. It says, Damon, why do you and your staff date your girls? They spend the whole time there with you guys and are paid in our hard-earned money for nothing and are paid our hard-earned money for nothing. 1 star.
They're back at the managers. Damon and the other guys seem to be hugging up the
Tony,
strippers. Yeah.
Tony.
They seem to be hugging up the strippers from the clientele.
Yeah, this is from Ray. It says, why do your girls have bumps on your asses? 1 star.
Does that qualify for STD?
Sounds like it.
Bumps on their asses? Yeah, that might qualify for something. Look at the bingo card. That might qualify for something.
Yeah, that qualifies. Things we have not heard tonight. We have not heard about bugs like bed bugs. We haven't heard about stretch marks. We haven't heard about the cops.
Yeah, the cops haven't been involved. That's true.
We did hear about bouncer issues, right? Bouncer, they said
Yeah, there
something
was a
about a bouncer.
yeah,
yeah.
they we did bouncer. We did that definitely.
Yeah. Okay, we're down to the last 2.
All right.
Okay, last 2. This is from Twins. It says, I love all your girls. They are sexy. They do coke. 1 star. And then we're down to the last and final review of the night, and it's 1:22 a.m. From Dancer, it says, Fire Destiny. She's so fake. Her tits feel like footballs, and her breath smells like ghetto cock. She knows she's getting pimped off in Rocktown. Her pussy's the size of Iowa and stinks like a landfill. 1 star.
Captain, are you
Captain,
alive?
Captain,
Oh, you
Captain.
you gotta read that again.
Let me read that again when Captain's on mute. This is from Dancer. It says, Fire Destiny. She's so fake her tits feel like footballs and her breath smells like ghetto cock. She knows she's getting pimped off in Rocktown. Her pussy's the size of Iowa and stinks like a landfill. 1 star.
That has to be the best one of the
By the
whole
way,
night.
I think they meant like instead of land field, I think they meant
Like a
landfill,
landfill, yeah,
like
like
a
a garbage
trash
Yeah.
landfill,
landfill.
yeah.
But they
Phil.
spelled it
We
landfill.
understand what he meant. We understand what he
Yeah, we
meant.
get it. That's why I
Yeah.
left this one for last,
That
Captain.
shit is hilarious, bro. He was pissed. He was pissed.
Yeah. The live chat says, "Oh dear, that counts as fishy" from Amberlee.
Yeah,
Yes.
Damn, Sherry
yeah,
with the laughing emojis.
yeah. We somebody needs to get bingo.
Mhm.
I came close, but no, I needed bugs for a bingo.
Yeah,
And
but
then I think like what is it? Almost like in chat.
what are
Amber,
what are the slots missing for a bingo?
like Colleen needed buffet.
Yeah,
She needed buffet or some shit.
and somebody needed bugs.
I
Yeah,
needed bugs.
bugs or buffet or whatever.
Yeah, bugs and buffet. Yeah.
But it was close.
Ballet, nude, stole money, no alcohol, good time, will do anything, cops, kids, good food, disgusting, hasn't showered.
They don't have food
sloppy.
there. That's crazy. They don't
Yeah.
have food there.
Yeah, but I just remember like was it Landing Strip that had like the fucking pasta bowls or some shit?
Oh, man.
Yeah. And
They,
the one in
we
Houston had a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
we have a variety of stuff. I think our bingo cards. Well, judging by next week, when we do the strip club reviews, we'll see if we have to add something else to our bingo cards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
True. Colleen says, why don't they serve corn in the Iowa strip club? I don't know. Because
Then you'd be corning their shit, and there'd be shit all over you.
Yeah.
true. Or they get corn stuck in their teeth and they want to use the dancers' dongs as floss.
Oh, you know what?
All right. Well, I think we did all of our topics.
You
We did the
know,
strip
you
club
know
reviews.
what's funnier? What's the funniest part of the strip club reviews? The way Shabooty reads them.
I know. I know.
The way he reads them. He reads it with such conviction.
I like how
and
I like we have a,
passion.
I like how we have a system because of like Zoom. If like everyone talks at the same time, it'll like ruin it. But then it's like, don't talk until I say 1 star because that means that's the end of the review. You know?
Yeah, no, you've trained us well.
Yeah, I train y'all well because otherwise, but that's
But-
part of like reading it.
The funniest part is the conviction in which you read it. Like you just like
Yeah,
make
it's
it
like
funny.
I'm reading like the 10 Commandments or something.
Yeah, like you're really reading an FYI.
Yeah, it's like a public service announcement.
Definitely.
It's
Yeah.
like the more you know type shit. But anyway,
If you know, you know. I already know what's coming, but what cracks me up laughing is when you're reading them, Shabooty. I'm like, oh my God, I
I
can't
know.
contain
He said, like,
myself.
yeah, like the last one that I made him read twice. He's like so convinced. He's like, her pussy's like a landfill.
And
Sure.
the golf balls. You're like, whoa, what?
We he's the best narrator for
Yeah,
stuff.
I
We
mean,
gotta get him to read
the-
some shit there.
Yeah, the best is when because it's very this podcast is like super organic. We're not like TLC where they like script shit and force shit. Like
No, we
if I have like a laughing fit, that's like totally organic. You can't fake that shit.
You've had it in the past, but
Yeah,
we
you can't be forced. It has to happen. Like,
yeah, no, you've had it in the past where I've had to mute my mic for like 3 minutes because I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do him right
it's
now.
like when I have like a laughing fit, it's like the perfect chemistry of like funny reviews. I'm like the right amount of sober or drunk, and I can't. It's like very like organic. You can't fake it.
Yeah, you do
But-
your thing. You do your thing. Go ahead.
True. Well, yeah. Anyway, like
yeah,
sorry. Anyway, like Sherry in the live chat says, thanks for a great show and lots of laughs. Amberlee says, glad I was able to tune in. Y'all, even though I'm out of town, love how the testing round of bingo went. Angelica says good night. Great show like always. So yeah, people like the show. Oh, and then
Yeah,
like
it's like we have like our own little family here on Fridays.
and
Yeah, we
then
do.
yeah, we do. And then Liz, which is my new friend Liz, not the old Liz, the one that I tagged on my Instagram story with the like peanut butter liquor. She says, "Ooh, I can't wait to listen." So she's going to listen back.
Oh, good. Yes, yes. I hope.
Hopefully she doesn't mind.
No,
Well, I said she was like, I think I said she was very like, what's the word for like having a lot of money? She's very affluent and rich and shit. So
you
She's
know,
well off.
well off.
she might be a producer scouting out,
Well,
stuff.
no, well, her literal like, well, she's a lawyer. She's an entertainment
No,
lawyer.
but
So.
a lot of people with money are looking into investing in these reality shows because reality TV, it's what's really taking over TV right now.
Mhm.
You have 20 different reality shows going on right now if you really think about it. Nobody's
Yeah.
really streaming series or anything like that. People are looking into Love Island, they're looking to Love is Blind, they're looking Below the Deck. All these now WeTV's coming out with a new one, Bridezillas. Everything is reality TV and that's where
Mhm.
it's at.
True. Well, like this Liz chick, Liz 2.0, she's like an entertainment lawyer. So I haven't like had a conversation with her as far as like her details of her job, but she works she's a literal entertainment lawyer. So she works in the entertainment industry as a lawyer. So yeah, she probably has connections and shit.
No, that's good. And you know what? If she hears our pod, she's gonna hear authenticity. She's gonna
Mm,
hear we're off the cuff. We don't rehearse. We don't script. We just go off the
yeah.
cuff. Sometimes we're drunk. Sometimes we're sober. We have
Mm,
Gina that reels us in, and we have our listeners that are faithful, loyal listeners that tune in to our
mm.
podcast. It's like we have a family here. We're not just a random podcast with a bunch of shit
Yeah,
talking.
and then we have like canon and like comedic callbacks. Like for
Yeah,
example, Dave Daniels is gay.
Dave Downs is gay. We
Yeah.
got the Gigi
Gigi
dancer.
Dancer is like
Gigi.
at least shitting your pants.
Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna go crazy after Sunday's episode with this whole shit the bed thing, bro.
Our live listeners play drinking games where every time I say true, they take a shot or a
Yeah, we
drink or
have
something.
drinking games. We have some of your co-hosts showing up drunk one day, showing up
We're
wasted.
getting drunk,
Yeah, we get
getting
drunk.
wasted.
We got your co-hosts that show up drunk, not drunk. So yeah,
Real.
we're very organic, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Shabooty puts us in line sometimes when we're drunk.
Yeah, he
Like,
checks us.
hello,
He's
pay
quick.
attention.
Shabooty will check us quick. That's one thing he'll
yeah.
do.
Yeah, occasionally if you talk about love ever like too much, I'll shut you
Yeah,
down real
if you
quick.
win,
Shut it down.
if you mention talking about another show that he doesn't like, he'll just shut your shit
Yeah.
down.
Or
He'll
show
shut
I
it
don't
down.
watch. I'm gonna say shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he'll be like,
Like, nope.
fuck
Like,
that.
True. All right, well, it's 1:30 a.m. Eastern time, so I guess we should end it.
Yeah, let's end it. It was a
Um,
great
yeah.
show.
Great show. Thank you, Captain and Gina. And I apologize when I said hold down the fort, JLP and Captain. That was stupid of me. But anyway, that was the liquor talking.
But what do you mean hold on the fort? What are
No,
you
that's when I went to the
apologizing?
that's when I went to the little boys' room.
Oh,
Because when he left earlier, he
oh,
mentioned you twice. He's like, okay, Captain,
Awkward.
JLP. Yeah. So he's gonna have dreams about me. You know what? If I was single, Shabooty.
True.
If I was single, I've been to the Middle East, Shabooty.
All right. Anyway, yeah, and yeah, my favorite food is chicken kebab and rice. But anyway, let's end the show.
Ooh, kebab.
Yeah. Okay, I'm hungry now with all the liquor I had earlier. Okay, well, let's end the show. Shout out to let's give one final shout out to our live listeners. This is Amberlee, Angelica, Colleen, Iggy, Lana, Pineapple Girl, Sherry,
Pineapple
Sophia.
Girl.
And that's about it. I'm gonna do my outro now because we did a long ass show. Thank you everybody for listening to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a
Friday.
peace
Gina?
out, everybody.
Friday. Gina, Friday. You didn't Gina say Friday. Shabooty, do it again.
Thank you, everybody, listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on a
Friday.
Friday.
All right. Peace out.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.